Hello everybody, Jordan Lorenz welcoming you to Wildwood Park. Jordan Lorenz, Mike Martin on the call here tonight as the A's and Legends get ready to do battle in NEW League play. We'll catch you up on all the NEW standings and league information. Appleton has only played 2 league games so far this year. Sheboygan, as of right now, in their 4 games, they're 3-1. Only loss came to Green Bay earlier in the year, but other than that, Sheboygan, they're sitting pretty at first in the standings as it stands. Starting pitcher for Sheboygan here tonight is Noah Emery, and as for Emery, his last start came in a 12-0 win in 7 innings in a game that counted in this league. That was back on June 14th. Emery struck out 6, only allowed 3 hits in 6 innings pitched. Dawson Silvecki ended up pitching the 7th in that 12-0 blowout game over the Greater Green Bay Blue Ribbons. Starting lineup for the Appleton Legends, we'll be talking about this. They are leading off with their designated hitter, number 15, Evan Olson. Center fielder, number 43, Adam Kutwe. Right fielder, number 22, Peyton Just. At third base, number 46, Ryan Broche. First baseman, number 51, Joe Georger. At second is number 1, Ryan Mesa. Doing the catching is number 7, Nick Levine. At shortstop is Bubba Thompson. He wears the number 31. And then in left field, number 6 is Brett Tetzlaff. That makes up the starting lineup for Appleton. It'll be George Henkel making his first league start. As, like we said, Appleton only 2 league games so far, but as for Sheboygan, they've had a heavy focus on Wisconsin State League action already this year. They're just a game under 500 as Sheboygan sits 7-8 in the Wisconsin State League. So heavy focus on that league so far this year. We've had a few NEW League games get rained out, especially that Menasha one, which got rained out twice in the same week, Monday and Tuesday. They tried to play that, but now it's Appleton, a team that the A's lost to earlier in the year. That was a non-league game. It was a 3-2 loss. Appleton was actually the home team in that contest, and they won via a wild throw over to first. Ended up getting a 3-2 win as the first pitch is in there for a strike. Mike Martin, our first pitch weather. What do we got? And it's a nice hot one.
Starting off the ball game, we got 91 degrees at game time. The skies are clear, and the wind is blowing out to center field. Interesting umpire situation. Doug Steinke is behind the plate, and as of now, he's working alone. John Kohler, our recreation director, is umping over at the Field of Dreams. The other scheduled umpire for this game to work with Steinke could not make it tonight. Apparently he had a heart attack, and we'll cut him some slack and say that's a pretty good excuse to not be here.
Yeah, best wishes, hope all as well as there. Doug Steinke with a tough job. We've seen him here a few times this year, one of the better umpires we've seen at Wildwood Park. The count goes 0-2 off the foul ball. The breaking pitch not caught. It was close on the outside. Schnell a little frustrated with himself as we take a look at the A's
we've seen
defense.
that happen to Justin before, where there are pitches that enter the strike zone or near the plate that should be caught. One thing you were talking about the standings and Appleton only having 2 league games in so far. This game is a battle for first place.
As that is a little jumping catch out in right field, caught by Zach Risen. Did a pregame interview with Brady Zach Risen. You can check that out on the Facebook and Instagram. Time to take a look at the defense for Sheboygan. Noah Emery doing the pitching, as we said and mentioned. Justin Schnell doing the catching in this game. No surprise to see Harry Stelt back at first base. He had a nice DH series of 2 games this past Sunday. Ross Christ is not in the outfield. He will be at second base here today, and at third base is Jacob Neese, where he usually is. Riley Palmquist resumes his shortstop position. Then we got Gus Walker in left, Jonathan Kim in center, and Zach Risen, who just made that nice catch out and right. Good breaking pitch to even the count up at 1.
Emery so far looks pretty good. He's throwing a lot of strikes, looks nice and free and easy and loose on the mound. Hopefully that continues.
This pitch is going to get right to Zach Risen, goes up on it a few steps, and he's able to make the catch for a quick 2 outs. Fans, it's not too late to come on down. It might be a little hot, but it's definitely cooling down here at the ballpark. And also, first 250 fans got a hand fan tonight. We might still have a few of those to give away if you're able to make your way down here. Use the fan, cool yourself off.
If you didn't get one, come up to the press box. We'll find one for you.
Well, there's a box right behind us, actually. Set for the next game in July when we do it is here's a little crack. Harry Stelt able to make the play in foul territory, and he does, just out of your view. 1-2-3 top half of the first as Peyton Just flies out. We'll head to the bottom half with Walker, Christ, and Stout.
Temperature, And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Lights on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. You serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Sheboygan A's, I should say, getting ready to bat here in the bottom half of the first. Their starting lineup looks like Gus Walker, Ross Christ, Harry Stout, Brady Zekrizin in the Northwoods Chemical cleanup spot, Jacob Neese, Jonathan Kim, Jimmy Jorgensen returns as a designated hitter, Justin Schnell, and Riley Palmquist. That makes up the lineup for Sheboygan. And as we said in the top half of the first, it'll be George Henkel pitching. Henkel is making his first start in league play. The Legends are just 1-1 in league action, so a little bit of a slow start for them. However, they have won this league the past 3 years. You don't count 2020. They won in 2021, 2019, and 2018 in league play. They beat Menasha 6-5 in 10 innings. Menasha just 1-3, but they took Appleton to their absolute limit, and then their loss, Appleton, came to Green Bay. It was a 5-2 loss, so we saw the A's lose to Green Bay earlier in the year, but then they run-ruled them just a few days ago. So interesting development that Appleton lost to them. You look at the standings last year, it was pretty close. A lot of teams fighting for that first place spot, and ultimately Appleton came out on top at 10-6. Kewaskum was 9-7, and then Sheboygan was 8-8, Menasha 7-9, and Green Bay 6-10. So very tight race here in the Northeastern Wisconsin Baseball League.
We had our sponsors night tonight, and the team came out and they were introduced to the various sponsors that were here. And in the comments that Denny made, he mentioned about our game tonight against Appleton. It's a big game, it's for first place. Appleton has been they're kind of like the Lombard of the state league. They win this league frequently, and they have very good teams. So this is a big game.
Appleton and Menasha, to say the very least. I mean, other than Appleton winning it the past 3 years, Menasha won it from 2013 to 2017. Appleton's won it 8 times. Menasha has won it 7. So those are your top 2 teams, even though Menasha's sitting at 1-3 as it stands. They're actually hosting Kewaskum here tonight. That the other league game in NEW plays. It's a 2-1 count to Walker.
Walker had the game-winning hit the other day in that first game. It was a 5-4 win by Sheboygan. They scored 3 runs in the 8th inning, and Walker got the base hit right down the left field line, skipped by the glove of the third baseman, and 2 runs scored, and walk-off win.
This is his 80th at-bat of the season. He's his first, and just able to foul that one off 2-2. 80 AEBs on the year, 367 average. He also has 6 stolen bases, which leads the team. So always good when Gus Walker gets on base. He's got that speed, and obviously he's got the power as well. Just a little crack down the third base line that won Game 1 and Game 3 of the weekend against Kenosha. Fouls that one off as well.
What was the name of that Reed kid, CJ, last year that led the JT Reed led the team in stolen bases? In limited action, he didn't play a whole lot, but he led the team, I believe, with 20 stolen bases. We haven't seen him this year. Not sure where he's at, but quick guy, pretty good outfielder.
what you love to have.
Yeah.
Gus Walker, outfielder as well. Always see the speed out there. Very close pitch, just missed. The count is now full. And Walker with a little blooper took a high hop off the grass. My goodness. Give him the benefit of the doubt as Ryan Mesa had absolutely nothing to do with that.
That's a home field base hit right there.
Is it ever? We'll take a look now at the defense for the Legends. As it's Henkel pitching, Nick Levine will be doing the catching. Joe Georger is over at first. Ryan Mesa, we just said, at second. And then over at third is Ryan Broche. Shortstop, Bubba Thompson. And then Brett Tetzlaff, Adam Kuwe, and Peyton Just makes up the outfield left to right. What a first hit by Walker.
Yeah, it hit something there. There's, the lips are pretty severe at the edge of the grass, the infield grass.
Big swing and a miss by Ross.
It'd be hard to tell on your monitors at home, but down the first base line, when you get to the grass area, there is about a 6 or 7 inch dip down. It creates a kind of a lip going to the outfield side, but field needs some work, and the plans are in the works to do something after the season is done.
Keep an eye here over on third at Ryan Broche. Look at how shallow he's playing in. As he makes a few steps, not as much as he did in the last few. Count is 0-2, ball high, as Gus Walker teased a little bit of a stolen base.
Good thing he wasn't going on that pitch, because Levine had a great pitch to throw on, even though it was outside the strike zone.
Ross Christ with a .316 average so far. He's got 24 hits on the year, tied for third. As a throw down over to first, not there in time. That's a tough play for Doug Steinke to make behind the plate, but that's what he's going to have to do until we get our second umpire. Count is 1-2. As Walker will get his lead once again. Christ with a swing and a miss. First K of the game for Henkel.
Yeah, that was a good pitch on the inside corner and low. Ross just not able to catch up with it.
Harry Steld, he's been filling up the scorebook so far this year. 5 home runs, first on the team. Also tie for first with 21 RBIs and a whopping .462 average. The sponsors outside, when he was introducing himself, a nice heartful thank you. They were chanting Harry out behind us earlier on today.
He's a fan favorite.
Oh,
that's
is
for
he
sure.
ever? His 12th year. He didn't even remember. He's like, I think it's my 12th year. All running together as he plays with the A's this season and fouls it back away.
On Sunday, Harry hit a home run to left, got all of it. Outfielder took about 3 or 4 steps and then just watched it sail out over the fence. It was a long home run for Harry.
There's a 6-0 game at that point. That Harry home run made it 8-0 before finally the A's were able to put it away in a 6-inning no-hitter.
Yeah, Jared Recklitis was really on his game.
As he has been for the most part all year long. Noah Emery as well. He's been doing some solid pitching. The A's all around have a great rotation. Runner going to second, and the throw, it's a good one actually by the tag, but they're going to call him safe. The throw pushed him a little bit too far off the bag, and Walker was able to use that speed for his 7th stolen base of the year.
I actually thought it was like in the Brewer game last night when the kid in the 9th inning went on what he thought was a wild pitch, and the second baseman caught it, and just did a swipe and caught the back of his foot before his hand had reached the base. I thought Walker might have been out at second base.
I did as well, but for Doug Steinke to tell back here, it's a tough spot.
Yeah, very tough. You're right.
1-1 the count after that last
as long as it went for our team.
Exactly. We'll let it slide for sure. Still just 1 out in the inning. Zach Rizin in the on-deck circle. He's the Northwoods Chemical cleanup hitter. A's would love to jump out to a nice early lead. There's a low-scoring affair the first time these two teams met in a 7-inning game for the play ball tournament. As Harry takes an outside pitch called for a strike.
Harry looks back, asks about that, and Doug Steinke said, "Looked pretty good to me." 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. Walker on at second. He'll be running like the wind on a base hit.
Absolutely. Oh, and Harry takes a good strike 3.
Yeah, you got to wonder what he was looking for there.
I don't know, but that's not what he was looking for. I guess he was fooled. And here we have our second umpire.
John Kohler hustling out there.
It was a quick game over at the Field of Dreams. Must have been about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
He's
It's
able to
little
make-
kids.
Oh, yeah.
That
Still.
helps. They hustle.
Yeah.
Trouble is, can they throw strikes?
That's the problem. So here we go. Brady Zach Risen, Northwood's chemical cleanup hitter, is now he's going to realize there's a runner at second, so he'll take a new position. Got to give him the
He's
hustle
getting a round of
points.
applause now,
Yes.
but wait an inning or so.
Standing ovation. Not bad. Bottom half of the first. He's playing very shallow, by the way. 2 outs in the inning here for Zach Risen, who's got a nice 372 average.
He's pounding the ball.
Oh, that one's going to get through. Levine and Walker can take third easily. Big costly play. Can Zach Risen make him pay? Another thing
It
about
looks easy from up here. It's like, what is he looking at? But, sometimes it's not as easy as it looks.
and especially if it's way off the mark. Zach Risen, he's tied with Harry Stell, 21 RBIs. He also leads the team in doubles with 9 and runs with 26 runs. That's why he's in the Northwoods chemical cleanup hitting spot. Count 1-0 after the wild pitch, and now high and inside. Makes it 2-0. Great count for Brady as Walker. That elusive first run sitting at third.
Brady's been a mainstay all season. Played mostly left field early on. He's been over in right field the last couple games that we've called. He's a good outfielder.
He really is. He made 2 of the 3 outs there in that first inning as he sits with a 3-0 count.
Seems to get a pretty good break on balls hit towards him.
Outfield
Yeah.
playing pretty deep. They're all on the grass. And it's a high and in ball 4. That'll bring up Jacob Neese with runners on the corners. Neese, third baseman for the A's with a 240 average, but he's got 3 home runs. And he had 1 of the 2 solo shots late in that first game that put the A's within striking distance.
He's second. Well, technically, I guess he's third on the team in RBIs with 14. The leader, of course, was Harry. And who was the other guy with 21?
Zach Risen.
Yeah, Zach Risen. Looking at the wrong column.
I know.
We've been
It says
we've been-
batted in
We've
instead
been
of
battling
RBI.
that all season, haven't we?
A lot of numbers on that sheet as there's a breaking pitch and Henkel gets his first strike.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm kind of used to a pattern about how it's set up, and this setup that we've got each game for our home team stats.
Especially
it's,
with the average being so far on the right. Here's a shot
Yeah.
to right field. Will it keep carrying is the question. Moving back is the right fielder.
Oh.
And able to make the snag is Peyton Just.
Yeah,
so,
right on the
so
edge of the warning
close.
track.
But at the end of the day, we're all tied up at 0 through 1.
Stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family-owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community, and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Told me that years ago. I'm serious. We'll think about it over here.
We'll think about it. We got one job to do, and that's say Northwoods cleanup hitter instead of Northwoods Chemicals. We get ready for Ryan Broche their cleanup hitter, just their cleanup hitter, though.
Yeah.
No Northwoods in that
That'd
one.
be the Appleton cleanup hitter.
Yeah, the Appleton cleanup hitter, we'll call it that. No score through one, following a deep fly ball out to right, where Jacob Neese nearly got all of it, but just missed it by a few feet in the warning track. Ryan Broch 1 for 3, but that one hit was big. It was a 2 RBI single. But that's all we got for him in league play. Likely just appeared in one of those two. And here he is facing Emery. First pitch of inning number 2 is outside. Just missed. Yeah, wow.
Looked pretty good, didn't it?
Thought it was going to get called. I was ready to say is a strike, but I'm glad I didn't. There's one clocked back to left, and moving in on it is Palmquist, but Palmquist will back off as Walker is able to make the catch. Had to earn every bit of that one out in left field.
Off the bat, it looked like it was going to go a little further.
That's why I was fooled as well as he was. You want all the heat to come in here?
Huh?
I said all the heat can come in.
That too. Stop your complaining, Jordan.
I wasn't complaining. Joe George, you're up next following the fly out. A lot of contact so far from this Legend squad, but they're just simple, easy outs.
Another obstacle to try and look through, opening the window. Can't see the right field.
You made it even harder.
Yeah, exactly.
Georger's 1 of 6 in league play so far, makes him 167. He has 3 walks, though. That a big key. 3 runs, along with a double. So whenever he's getting on base, he's scoring. Seems to be the key. They surround
Emery
him with some
making
good
his
bats.
4th start tonight. Came in with 21 innings, only allowed 18 hits. ERA a little bit high at 4.71. That's
a little
gone
inflated
down
from one bad game, yeah.
Yeah, but he's got 2 wins, no losses, and
a save. I
does
saw that
have a
very
save,
interesting, yeah.
It's I think on Sheboygan's team, it's saved by committee.
Here's a crack, and Zach Grissom has to make a play on it again, and he does. Another fly out. 5 of the 6 are.
You know, we'd have never heard that with the window closed, but it certainly sounded like a cracked bat, didn't it?
4 of the 5, I should say, have been flyouts. As this brings up Ryan Mesa. Mesa making his first league appearance for the Legends. 1 of 3 batters.
Tonight's game is a 9-inning affair, and it's good that Emery has been pretty judicious with his pitches. He had a quick first inning, not a lot of pitches thrown, and so far he's done real well here in the second.
A few times this year we've seen Emery and Wilson, Davis Wilson, they kind of split the game, so Emery will go 5 or something like that, and then Wilson will kind of finish it out like a split start roll as he gets ahead 0-2.
When they introduced the players prior to the game, and Wilson introduced himself, he didn't seem as big as he did last year. I don't know if he slimmed down or not. Harry
still with a chance to make another catch in foul territory, but not enough wheels on it, and wasn't going to dive to make it. It's the 6 hitter for Appleton. Levine, Thompson, and Tetzlaff will be due up if Emery's able to get this out. He's ahead 0-2.
You had to like that name, Ryan Mesa. 8 letters for 2 names.
Very simple. 1 syllable for each of them. Very easy to read. Breaking pitch. Oh, yeah. Wow. All day down the heart of the plate. And Emery gets down 1-2-3 again as we head to the bottom half of the second.
Every single second, every minute, every hour, all the whole year through. It is intense right here. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's a lot of lemons.
Well, you know what they say when life gives you lemons.
We know the saying, Mark.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the Queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Did you see that?
See what?
Henkel, in throwing his warm-up pitches, he stumbled and almost went down to both knees on the mound.
I did not see that. I was watching
See
something
him
else.
doctoring the mound a little bit, trying to make it a little more comfortable for him.
Blame it on the mound. That's what you got to do.
I haven't said this much on the air. I want to mention it right now is Jordan, thanks a lot for always filling out the lineup card for me. It makes things work a little better, especially since I have such terrible handwriting.
But as long as you can read your own handwriting, that's all that matters, right?
As long as I can read your handwriting, everything's
true.
okay.
That's also very important. I got nice handwriting. I try.
Very small and got that good left-handed stroke.
It's a nice lefty for sure. I've always been told my writing was small, but it's not like I've changed. So.
No, there's nothing wrong with small handwriting. You can read it. It's neat.
As long as you can read it. Jonathan Kim will lead off the bottom half of the second. This is 6 games so far of the year. He's batting .333. Not bad at all. Struggled in that Burlington game, but other than that, he's been.
I think it was his first game of the year. He had 3 hits. He came in the second game hitting .600. We knew he wasn't going to maintain that.
Absolutely not.
Are we playing that in the booth? Musical chairs?
Not enough room up here.
You'd have to carry your equipment down to this end. That's another reason for you fans to get out here is they have between inning games, and it's quite entertaining. We're waiting next half inning. We'll have the musical chairs. You won't see any of that. We'll be at a commercial break.
Maybe they'll catch the end, but that's
maybe
about all.
End. Yeah, maybe when the big guy knocks the little girl off the chair.
Yeah,
to
like
win
he
the
did
game.
the Obi-Wan game. Yeah, it's a battle of winning. That's what it's all about. So the count's 3-0, and an outside called strike. I was gonna say would have been the second 4-pitch walk for Henkel. Kim very disciplined at the plate. It's all about learning from those struggles you have and making your way back to it. Now watches another breaking ball outside.
3-1 breaking ball.
Kim wasn't too sure if it caught the zone, but Steinke says yes, and it makes the count full. Worked it from 3-0 to 3-2, and this one misses badly outside.
For having a couple of real nice 3-0 strikes, it was really a bummer, that last one.
We should mention Noah Emery. He got his 20th strikeout of the season, first strikeout of the game to end the top half of the second inning. He's got 20 strikeouts now and 8 walks on the year in his 23 innings pitched. We'll update that number. It's Jimmy Jurgensen. He's back in the DH spot. He's got a .218 average. As we'll keep an eye on Kim over at first base. They're going to check him down.
You say it's .218 and it sounds low, and it is low. But when you look back, a week or so ago, it was in the middle 100s. So he's been doing much better recently.
Climbing back up. Another check down over to first. Justin Schnell will be up next here in the bottom half of the second. As it's another outside pitch. Henkel working away from the lefties. He's not pitching them in at all.
Jorgensen, I think, would prefer something away. Doesn't want to get tied up on those inside pitches. But if he can get around on it, look out.
Another outside pitch to make the count 2-0. Make that 5 of the first 7 pitches this inning. All balls outside.
Yeah, Kim would be a good person to try and have a stolen base with. He's got good speed, gets a good jump.
He's working on it over there. They checked him down twice as there is another pitch missing outside. Something with the release point. Henkel just not quite getting it to where he wants.
Henkel walking himself into a big jam, especially if he puts Jimmy on.
Kim, it was running. Or was not running, I should say, but that came in for a strike. Just kind of teased it over there, a few quick steps.
Yeah.
3-1 now, following another 3-0 strike. As we saw to Kim, in this one, Jimmy gets on top of it. Great jumping catch over at first. All they can get is the runner at second, but my goodness, Joe Georger went up and got it. some athleticism shown from the big man to get the first out of the inning as Jorgensen will reach on a fielder's choice.
What was really impressive was that he was able to not only get the ball, but then make a great throw to second base to get the lead runner.
And they still nearly got a double play out of it. I thought for sure it was only going to be one, but they made it close at first.
Yeah, you're right. Usually, I shouldn't say usually, but maybe the smart play would have been just make sure you get it out.
Right.
But like you said, they turned it into getting the lead runner and maybe a double play.
Lefty-heavy lineup tonight for Sheboygan. Justin Schnell is up next. He's one of 5 A's with double-digit walks on the year. That's good to see as Henkel's been throwing outside quite a bit and now goes inside. Schnell with 10 walks on the season. As we got Jimmy Jorgensen on first base, 1 out in the inning.
Jimmy not much of a stolen base threat.
One of the big things we've talked about throughout these games is Sheboygan leaving runners on base. They left Gus Walker at third in the first inning. Now we'll see what arises here as a strike is called.
Henkel throwing strikes to Schnell. Walked Kim to lead off the inning and then went 3-0 to Jimmy before he got him to bounce into a fielder's choice.
Jimmy just got on top of that ball. There's a little check swing, could be 2. They get 1 at second, and the throw does indeed beat out Schnell. Riley Palmquist will have to wait as it is time for the third inning. Still no score from Sheboygan.
Cool water personal hand sanitizer with essential oils. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by COVID-19. At Northwoods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Last year's financial year, excuse me.
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
You can vaguely see the end of our musical chairs game here. Second collision, and the umpire, Doug Steinke, is going to get into it and lay the law down. All right, here we go. Down to 1. Doug Steinke, how about it?
Teaching them early about yell at the umpire.
Absolutely. Here we go. Down to 1. Gray shirt, blue shirt, and we're going to go to Doug Steinke again. Getting involved on the action here, what you're missing if you're not down at Wildwood Park.
I think when Steinke submits his timesheet, it's going to be 9 innings of baseball and 1 musical chairs game.
We'll see if he helps out with the dizzy bat base or something else that goes on a little bit later. We're still in a scoreless game, NEW League action, as Emery has been pitching a gem so far through 2 innings. 6 up, 6 down.
You want to get points for the umpire, pick up his mask and give it to him. Too late now.
Way too late. We've seen Nick Levine in the batter's box. He's been ready for quite a bit of time. He's hitting 400 on the year. He's 2 of 5. Has 2 singles and 2 RBIs along with a run. So quite a few RBIs. Appleton driving in runs so far this year. You know, one of the big things I was looking at when I looked at their schedule, they played in the Battle of the Chain on June 18th. They played 3 games in 1 day.
Say that again.
They played in the Battle on the Chain. That was on the 18th.
Is that Appleton does this?
I don't know where it was. I didn't write that down. But they played in 3 games in 1 day.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of baseball.
They won them all, by the way, as there's a grounder to Palmquist. Diving effort. He got it. Can he make the throw in time? It is not going to be attempted.
Infield hit for Levine. Good start for Appleton.
They played at 10 a.m., 2:30, and then 7:30. So they had a bit of time in between, but still, it's a lot of baseball.
It is a lot of baseball.
They won.
I would suspect they're all 7-inning games, but still.
Yes, they won 2-1, 7-1, and 4-0. They beat the Hanel Hawks, the Hortonville Stars, and the Wapaka Lakemen.
All right.
Following the first hit given up by
Appleton
Emery.
Legends for the longest time were managed by Rick Riddle. Rick has changed his position to GM, and the manager now is Chris Hepner. We were talking about Rick Riddle prior to the game, and he's 74 years old and just felt it was time to get some younger people running the team, being the manager, and so Hepner got the call, and he's doing it, and Rick Riddle doing the GMing.
And it's not like he was unsuccessful at it either.
He was a good manager.
3 years in a row, so it's not like the time was turning for a rebuild. Runner going to second. Can Schnell make the throw? It's a good one, and they got him. What a play by Justin Schnell behind the plate, and then Ross Chris able to make his way over as the A's get their first out of the inning. That hit given up by Emery, forget about it.
The biggest thing with Schnell was the throw was on the mark, and he had an extremely quick release. He barely caught the ball, and it was on its way to second.
That's what you got to do. Signs of a good catcher behind the plate. The count is 1-1, and that nearly caught by Emery. It drops out of his glove. Can he beat out the throw? He does. That was one of those heads-up plays where Emery had his glove right there. I thought it stayed in it, but it didn't. Kind of when he turned around, that ball dropped out.
I think he thought he had it too.
I think so, and then it dropped a few feet behind him.
Base hit for Thompson. So you
Able
got
to
your
reach,
8 and 9 hitters, each of them getting a hit. Thank goodness for the runner thrown out at second on the steal attempt.
This is the 7 8 hitters. This is the 9 right now, and Brett Tetzlaff, he's at the plate. Bottom part of the order, but coming up is Evan Olsen, that DH. He's getting ready. Emery would love a nice double play to forget about the 2 hits so far, as there is a foul ball howling back towards the party deck.
I think sometimes as a hitter, when you hit a line drive like Thompson did right back at the pitcher, you have a tendency to give up.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it's caught. But Thompson, I thought, did a really good job of hustling all the way down the line.
He's going to second. Can Schnell make another throw? This one not quite on the money. And, he came off the bag, and they tagged him.
Delayed call by John Kohler. Waited for the play to get finished. And you're right. Another throw out by Schnell.
Schnell, the throw was a little bit to the right of Ross Christ over there, but still able to stay on that heads up. Realized that Thompson came off the bag in his first league hit of the year. All for naught, as it is the second time that Schnell has thrown him out at second. Another foul ball.
When are they going to learn?
Maybe now they will know. They're not going to give up. They're going to take their runs any way they can get them, as it's Tetzlaff down 2-2 at the plate is the count.
Well, the girls are heading out, Jordan, to do the giveaway thing. Of course, you people watching at home don't get a giveaway.
Golf swing, and that'll be caught by Palmquist. There's actually Palmquist, I believe, who made that second caught stealing in the play down there, but doesn't matter anymore as the score remains 0. We head to the bottom of the third.
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it. You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down! There you are.
You always have...
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things...
Yes, things.
...are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And
please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
friendship.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
We were just talking in the half inning there at the commercial. Even though Emery gave up 2 hits, it was another 1-2-3 inning, and it'll be Olsen, Kutwe, and Just leading off for Appleton in the top half of the 4th. But we're here in the bottom half of the 3rd. Riley Palmquist, Gus Walker, Ross Christ is the order. The 9-hitter Palmquist batting .262 on the year. His first AB coming of the night. A's with just 1 hit in the game. That came back in the 1st where they left Walker stranded on 3rd. And a double play ended things in the bottom half of the 2nd by Schnell. This one hit into left field. It's got a bit of a carry on it. The left fielder got a bad jump moving all around, and he's able to get it is Brett Tetzlaff. Wasn't one of those that I thought was going to be gone, but it was one of those that Tetzlaff kind of had to wait a second and then figure out where it was.
Part of the, I shouldn't say problem, Tetzlaff was playing in. And not necessarily a bad play. You got your number 9 hitter up. You don't expect him to hit it way out there. But when he got driven back, you're right. He did it, went one way and then the other way, and ended up making a nice catch.
Maybe got himself a little bit dizzy, but he got the catch. It's all that matters, and helped out his pitcher, Henkel. First pitch is inside to Walker.
We talked about the weather report at the beginning of the game. Presently, the flag is just there. It's not really blowing. There's no wind at all.
Outside pitch called for a strike, as you can see. I mean, you kind of can see, but usually you see the flag blowing in your picture, and there's no motion at all. It's sitting dead right now.
Those games on Sunday, it never stopped howling out towards left.
It was consistently left, that's for sure. Fouling it off, makes the count 1-2. Walker looking to expand on what he did in the 1st. Added his 7th stolen base of the season. Something that Appleton was 0 for 2 about in the top half here of the 3rd. Schnell with a great arm behind the plate, and Walker takes a very high pitch, and Doug Steinke behind the plate is very happy. Henkel caught that one, otherwise it was going off his dome.
2-2.
Walker fighting back here in this AB, and another breaking pitch stays high. Another full count. Henkel's pitch count is sky high through the first 3 innings.
It amazes me because Henkel threw a couple of breaking pitches last half inning that were right there. I mean, they were really good pitches, and both of them were on a 3-0 count, so he went 3-2.
Walker takes a crack at this. I don't think it's going to stay fair. No, it carries out foul. Likely would have been ball 4 as he took a swing on an outside pitch.
But my point in telling you that is he's very inconsistent. Henkel, the pitcher, and I guess that's why you get a lot of walks. Hard to repeat that motion.
We'll do it again here on the full count. Walker gets his bat back on a close play out in left field, but that ball was carrying foul. Here we go. This one is hit into right center, and moving towards it, I think it's going to drop. Yes, indeed, it does. Drops out in center field. Walker's going for 3. A misfielded out in center field. The helmet comes off, and it's a stand-up triple for Gus Walker. Adam Kutwe was just not on it at all. And then when he went to grab the ball, it was stuck down on the ground, and Walker makes his way to 3rd.
Kutwe kept us interested, though. It looked like he might have a play on it, but just like you said, he couldn't get back there fast enough. And then once it hit the warning track and bounced up against the fence, he had a little bit of trouble picking it up, and that's all it took.
And I think even though Walker, he did not field it cleanly and the throw was a little bit late, I think Walker was looking to go 3 all the way.
I agree with you 100%.
First pitch inside, great save behind the plate by Levine as Christ is now at the plate, but that one could have been a potentially 1-0 game.
Well, if Ross can hit a simple ground ball to the second baseman, it should score a run because the infielders are all back.
1 out, so the sac fly is in play. Gus Walker, we know he's got speed. Might be a little tired after that triple, but there it is out in left field. Brett Tetzlaff, he'll get it kind of shallow. They're going to send him, and it could be a close play, but the cutoff throw makes it not. Diving in, and Gus Walker has himself another run, and it's a 1-0 lead for Sheboygan.
Jordan, your timing was awesome.
It was perfect.
The sacrifice fly is in play, and
Boom.
That's exactly what we got.
It was pretty shallow, too, but Walker had some good wheels. The throw had to be cut off because it was going to be a bit too shallow. And then another situation where couldn't get it out of the glove quick enough, but even if he did, I think he was going to be safe.
Put that in your memory bank. The left fielder does not have a good arm. Balls hit the left. The guy on first could head to third. I don't think he, depending, would get thrown out.
Inside pitch looked pretty good, but it was dropped. No strike called for Harry Stout. Bases empty. 2 outs now in the inning.
You know, you talk about players being involved in the game. That actually starts, Jordan, before the game even begins. When they're out there, Appleton doing their infield and that kind of thing, and they hit them to the outfield and you watch them throw it in, that should be all part of your observation and memory bank. Left fielder, bad arm. Center fielder, great arm. You know, those kinds of things. It's not just chatting with your buddies in the dugout while they're warming up. You should be paying attention to those kinds of things.
Harry falls behind 1-2. And the fans weren't too happy with that strike call.
I think they were more upset than Harry.
Remember Harry in his first debut, he didn't swing at a good strike 3, and that pitch stays high up at the letters. Struck out. We don't say that a whole lot about Harry. Struck out in his first appearance back in the first.
Well, it's nice to have Sheboygan break through. They're up 1-0.
Good to see another early lead for the A's squad. Not a whole lot of run support, but one is better than none as it hits him. Good thing he's got that elbow pad. And Harry wears it like a champ to bring up Brady Zakrizin. The Northwoods cleanup hitter.
On penalty of death, we were told not to say the other word, the other C word.
It's very stern. Even with a nice deep hit for Zakrizin, you always got to keep in mind it's Harry Stout on base. So one of those bloopers out into right field might not be able to get him from first to home. 2 outs, and that's cracked through the infield. First pitch swinging for Brady, and runners are on first and second for Jacob Neese, who just barely missed a long ball back in the first.
Yeah, Jacob hit that ball really hard all the way back to the warning track before it was finally flagged down by the right fielder.
It was Neese and Andreas. Andreas not in the lineup. Both of those players hit home runs in the 6th inning for Sheboygan. Back in the first meeting between these two teams, that tied it up at 2 before ultimately in the bottom half of the 7th. A wild throw over to first cost the A's the game in a 3-2 loss. That didn't matter in the grand scheme of things because they made it to the Play Ball Championship anyways, where they demolished Ashwaubenon on 23-zip. In 5 innings, that was a 5-inning no-hitter. We've seen Reclitus and Ryan Flesh.
No.
Yes. Reclitus and Ryan Flesh both throwing no-hitters on the year.
Yeah, it was just a terrible weekend for Kenosha.
It's how their season's been, 2-14 in the State League. Those wins, though, came against Appleton, who's a good team, as Neese pulls this one out into right field, moving in on it, and just barely making the catch as Peyton just made it a lot more interesting than he had to. But speaking of interesting, the A's are on top 1-0 as we head to the 4th.
Asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier Factory authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Light on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. Serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Back here at Wildwood Park, during the Wrens, Mike Martin, top half of the 4th inning. Noah Emery, even though he gave up 2 hits, it's still been 1-2-3 all the way through.
We
back
mentioned
to Evan
about
Olsen.
Noah coming in with a high ERA. He's been able to work that down from a 4.7 to a 4.1 with his 3 shutout innings. Hopefully he can keep that up, and hopefully Sheboygan can build on that 1-0 lead.
Always good to have a little more than 1 run of support as his first pitch of the inning misses for a ball, but that one does not. It's interesting, as Emery, we talked about making his 4th start. This will be the 6th game he played in. So he's got 1 save and then just 1 other relief appearance thrown in there, as this one is hit to Zach Risen, makes a few steps back, and it will be a nice easy catch out in right field. The fly balls continue as Appleton's getting to Emery. They're hitting them, but they're just not putting them in play.
Nice crowd tonight. We've talked about the between inning games that they have. Musical chairs, one of them. Also, the giveaways. Fun time at the ballpark, Jordan. People ought to get out here more often.
Kootway now 1 of 9 in league play, as he hits this one to center field and just making 1 step up is Kim. That's all he needed to do back-to-back. Easy flyouts.
CJ, what do you got for pitches for Emery?
Peyton Just with 2 outs already. A very quick top half of the 4th inning. Is
Just hit that little pop-up foul to Harry.
That was a pop-up behind him.
That one slipped. Just a bit inside.
Just a little bit. This is just a 3rd AB in league play. And he's ahead 1-0 in the count following that complete miss, and then he wanted all of that one but missed at a high fastball. Sheboygan 3-1, Green Bay 5-2. They played 7 different league games so far. Appleton is 1-1, Menasha 1-3, and Kewaskum 1-4. As this one will be a base hit into left center, potentially a 2-bagger as Kim stops it, and he'll throw into second, and it'll hold him up at first, going way back as Just, knowing he didn't quite have enough on it.
I
thought
thought
great job
if
by
he'd
Kim
have just
and Walker.
went without slowing down, just went to second, I think he would have made it, especially with the bad throw at the end.
Yeah, you never know if it's going to be a good or bad throw. Sometimes you can tell right away. You see it's way off the line, but
the other thing is, with Kim taking it going to his right, he had to throw back across his body.
True, it was over his body.
If Walker takes it and, he's more
direct
into the throw.
This one hitting the same spot, but Walker able to get on it and make the 3rd catch of the, or 3rd out, I should say, of the inning. All pop-outs, 1 more hit to Emery. He's given up 3, but the score remains 1-0, A's lead.
You can. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
The great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family-owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community, and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Jonathan Kim had himself a lot of action in the outfield in the top half of the fourth, and now he's getting ready to lead off here in the bottom half.
Talking about that last out in the Appleton half of the inning, just got the line drive into left center. Looked like it could have been a double, but he settled for a single. I thought the next guy, Roach, when he hit that ball to left center, I thought that was dropping, but Walker really closed the gap well. Made a great catch.
Kim cracks this one to center, got a good jump on it. Oh, and a diving catch. You actually had to go up for it. Was Kootway, my goodness.
Koolway was not very cool on that catch.
I mean,
two criticisms of Appleton, Jordan. One is you got to stand up on the catch, and the right fielder, when he made that nice catch heading towards the line, he lost his hat. Got to keep your hat on.
Yeah, it was outside for a ball. This is the start of a big homestand for Sheboygan.
You had mentioned early in the game, I think, your opening comments about how we had focused so much on the Wisconsin State League in these early games, and now we're going to
3 in a row in NEW plays. That's a little foul ball caught. So it's coming up here tomorrow night. Mike Martin, you're going to be all alone. I'll be gone, as it is going to be a Green Bay or a Kewaskum game, I should say. Library night and Strikeout Hunger night. So a very busy night at the ballpark tomorrow, and then about a week off. A's are next in action Tuesday, the 28th. That'll be against Green Bay, so that counts in both leagues.
Yep.
And then it's a home game against West Allis on Thursday, the 30th, and then a home game against Green Bay on the 5th before on the road again. So a big-time homestand coming up for Sheboygan.
Good eye up there by Schnell. Schnell had a tough first at bat into a 4-6-3 double play.
9 of the next 12 games for Sheboygan are at home. Little check swing foul. A lot of action coming up here at Wildwood Park. A lot of big theme nights, events. You're going to make your way down here for a good game like this, Sheboygan Appleton. Well, you know, Appleton, even though they're 1-1 to start, they're going to be near the top of the standings, as they have been in the past few years. An inside pitch just missed. It'll make it 2-1 to Schnell.
Beautiful night out here. Still pretty warm. Nice to have the sun not out anymore. Clouds have kind of rolled in, too, for that matter.
Schnell with a little booper over to first base. The reason the A's are off from the 22nd to 28th is because the Wisconsin Amateur Baseball Classic from the 23rd to 26th. So that's the reason for the break. But if you come on down here on the 30th against West Allis, first 250 fans get a poster. It's a poster giveaway. Tomorrow night, any of the kids that come down, they get a free book as it's library night. Also, as you see across the bottom of your screen, $1 hot dogs and $1 sodas. Schnell did not go. They're going to check down, and yes, they say no, so the count is full. Another full count for Henkel.
Sheboygan up 1-0. Walker with the triple, and Christ with the sacrifice fly.
Thankfully, they didn't leave Walker stranded on third twice. They did so in the first inning, but got him in back in the third. Oh, good breaking pitch. Schnell let it go by him, and that'll be a very quick fourth inning. The score still 1-0.
January, February, into March and April. Same way through. Every single second, every minute, every hour. All the whole year through.
It is intense right here.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's a lot of lemons.
Well, you know what they say when life gives you
We
lemons.
know the saying, Mark.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, Tea Time.
What are you, having tea with the queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Schnell finally gets his catching gear on and makes his way out as Emery will get ready to pitch. Here in the top half of the fifth, a 1-0 ball game, thanks to that sacrifice fly. But other than that, both teams with 3 hits, and it'll be Joe Georger, number 51, the first baseman of Appleton. He made that great jumping catch earlier on in the ball game in that second inning, I believe it was.
I don't
great
know if
defense.
I don't know if I should mention it, but Appleton has yet to get a runner to third base.
They haven't even, I don't even think they've gotten anyone second, have they? Because they've been
No,
thrown
they got thrown out all the time.
Yeah. So that's the thing. They've gotten runners on first twice, or 3 times, I should say, after their 3 hits, but then 2 of those 3 times caught stealing. Give a lot of credit to Schnell, along with shortstop and second baseman Palmquist and Christ. I combined their 2 names, Palmquist.
That's like a lotion to keep your skin soft.
Little into center, and Kim's going to let it drop, and then it takes a bad hop, spins around, keeps it in front of him, thankfully. But the 4th hit of the game, first pitch swinging by Georger.
The way he came in, I thought he was going to make the catch, but not quite deep enough.
It's all on the outfielders or those plays, because sometimes what you can do is you can try and dive at it and then risk giving up a double or potentially even more, or you just let it drop, give up a single, and hope all's well with your pitcher, and Emery doesn't let any damage past him. It's Mesa up here, and he takes a big swing and a miss on a good first pitch.
Might be Emery's best fastball of the night so far. Mesa was a strikeout victim back in the 2nd inning.
One of what, 3 strikeouts? Doesn't have a whole lot.
No, not too many. 1 of 1.
Oh, that was the only one, really?
Yeah.
Wow. 0-2, though. He might be facing the same result. One thing with Emery is he's staying ahead in counts. It's not like Henkel where he's kind of giving things up right away. Emery on the 0-2, and just missed.
Yeah, he asked the umpire, and Doug Steinke said, yep, that was just a bit outside. Good take by Mesa.
Absolutely. Not one I would have taken on an 0-2.
I don't think I would have either.
This time, breaking ball stays high, easy to lay off.
Bless you. Where's your Harry Carey button when you need it?
I tried to cover the microphone. I wasn't going to reach over here, sneeze all onto all the papers.
Then you can keep score yourself.
Yeah. You write it, you just keep it. As I mentioned, Emery not falling behind in counts when he's ahead. And 0-2 goes to 3-2.
Mesa doesn't have a real big strike zone either.
It's a benefit of a short guy like that as the 3-2 bounces in for ball 4.
Oh, you don't
Emery
like that kind of a
him.
start.
No outs in the inning. Runners on first and second after a very patient at-bat by Ryan Mesa, and some would argue could have been 3rd strike on the 0-2, and as Tim Moyer's going to come out and have a little chat with Emery, just calm him down, say, hey, you've been doing a great job so far. Don't let the heat get to you. It's finally cooling down. You got runners on first and second. Forget about him.
Emery certainly doesn't have a lot of pitches. He's been good in that regard. One of the things we've talked about, especially with Brad Reinflesch and Jared Reckolitis and Eric Schmitz, they strike out a lot of batters, and that's nice, but it also takes a lot of pitches to accomplish that. We mentioned before, Emery's only has 1 strikeout. His pitch count each inning has been pretty low. Appleton has helped out in that regard, especially in the 3rd inning with the 2 guys being thrown out at second base.
Levine's got 2 RBIs in league play. He's not afraid to do it again here. He's got runners on first and second, no one out. First 2 able to reach following a single and a walk. Count was 0-2, and then forcing consecutive balls. We're able to get Mesa on base. Georgia reached via the single to center field. This one ticked back
right
off.
back. Looks like it hit off of
Stanky,
umpire Stanky.
off his right shoulder.
Yeah, made him back out a little bit, but hopefully he'll be fine.
He was talking about the other, I think last weekend he had some sort of injury. I don't know if he got hit or something. I didn't catch all of it. I caught it at the very end, but something with his left arm, and he could like barely move it up to even show the count. But
yeah, I've had that happen to me too.
Something just
Get
jammed
him.
him.
All of a sudden you just have deadness there for a while.
Woo! Way high and inside. Emery losing control. He's only pitched 21 innings in 5 games. So you do the math. It's about 4 innings a game.
And that might have been the reason for Tim to come out and talk to him.
See
He's
how
at that
long.
point in his work where he's not used to going deep into games.
He did go 6 innings in that Green Bay game back on the 14th, and that was his last start. So he got a week off.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
No. It's about his limit, I would say. His 5-6 innings seems to be until maybe he can work that up more throughout the year. Got him, swing and a miss. Big first out of the inning. Now you can rely on the double play, hopefully get you out of it.
It came with a nice fastball, a little bit up in the zone, and it was a great spot for that pitch and a good way to get that first out.
Bubba Thompson will be due up next for Appleton. Appleton, I believe they had 3 subs on their lineup, but not carrying the biggest roster here tonight on the Tuesday night drive.
What was it for Kenosha? One guy?
One guy.
That was on Sunday. Doubleheader here.
They're going to throw back down to second, and he's safe there. It would be interesting to see Appleton throw down a double steal, but you never know.
Where we're sitting, we had a great view. We could see Palmquist cut from behind, and there was a gap between the runner and Palmquist standing on the base, but Emery just not able to get the ball there quick enough.
First pitch coming to Thompson following the throwdown. And he gets a hold of it. Harry's going to move back. This will be his third play in foul
Christ
territory.
has got the best play.
Calls him off and able to make it. Not tagging to third. Ross Christ, great job to track that ball down and get the all-important second out.
You know what I didn't notice the home plate umpire or the base umpire signal infield fly rule.
Too deep, I guess. Carried a bit.
Actually, the way the rule reads, can it be reasonably caught? And you could say, well, it was kind of a tough play going away from
probably
the
just
infield
because
kind of
Harry was
thing.
moving back on it, yeah.
Quiz for you.
Oh, boy.
Can you have an infield fly with the outfielder making a catch?
No.
Yes, you can.
You can.
Yeah.
And it's not an infield fly.
Yeah, it could be. But anyway, speaking of quizzes to you, we got a trivia question coming up.
We'll do it in the bottom half.
Yeah, we'll do it during the A's at bat.
So you're saying if it's like a real shallow one, like just on the grass and he comes in,
yeah,
that way
exactly.
makes sense. Yeah.
Almost like the one where Palmquist went out and Walker called him off and made the catch coming towards the infield. That could qualify.
All at the discretion of the umpire, I'm sure.
It is. It is.
Big swing and a miss.
Boy,
1
Emery
and 2.
so far has a nice comeback from the first 2 guys on to getting a strikeout and a pop-up.
That talk with Tim Moyer must have settled him down. Don't know what he said, but it worked.
Didn't settle us down.
No. We'll never be settled until there's 3 outs and no runs coming in. On the 1-2, crack back into left field. I believe it'll be out of play, but Neese making a big run on it. Went from third all the way to the outfield fence.
And Emery put a little extra on that fastball.
Maybe he knows this could be his last inning, and he's just trying to fight his way out of it.
When I don't know if you noticed
54?
this, but when they introduced the players out there, I thought Emery was maybe the tallest kid, but
him and Blake Coons.
Coons was probably the
biggest,
stoutest.
That's that football player.
Yeah,
this will be the 55th pitch from Emery, and it's a swing and a miss foul. So his pitch count not high at all.
No,
it's 11 pitches an inning. Would love to see him stay in it for the long haul. Even though the A's, they really didn't need to use the relievers a whole lot in the 4 games against Kenosha, which was great.
Oh. Well, I think Saturday there 2 complete games, and then Sunday.
Yep. Saturday was 2 7-inning games, and then Sunday they took 1 reliever they used.
Oh, that's trouble.
It's gonna end up getting down the throw home. A good throw's got him, and it bounced through Schnell. Off a hop, couldn't get it. It was a great throw in left field by Walker, but this game is tie. He got a good jump on it, tremendous throw to the plate, but on the hop.
The throw did beat the runner. If Schnell was able to come up with it, make the tag, he's definitely going to be out. But
the problem is it wasn't in his glove, because even if he would have had it, he
Yeah.
would have been like catching it against him, and then he had to would have leaned down, and it probably
was not
would
an
have came
easy
out.
catch for sure. But Walker did his best, and Appleton comes through with a clutch 2-out hit by their number 9 hitter, too.
Yeah, I was just going to say the 9 hitter with the RBI. 1-1 game. Ball just missed outside. What I was going to say is we saw a 7-inning performance from Schmitz, and then they brought in Silveski, maybe?
No, it was Doherty. Mac Doherty.
Mac Doherty, yeah. Gave up the 2 in the top half, but then the Ace scored 3. It didn't matter. But other than that, that was the only reliever they needed to use in 4 games on the weekend. That's not bad.
If you're a relief pitcher, it's kind of boring.
Yeah, exactly. You're just sitting there.
2-0 count to the batter.
2 outs in the inning. That's the big key. You got to force at any base besides home. Missed him, and now it's 3-0. We mentioned Emery struggled at the start of the inning. Then he came right back, got 2 outs instantly. And now that RBI getting in his head a little bit as the game's tie. 3 straight misses. And ball 4. Bases are loaded for Adam Kootway.
Kootway flew out to right and then to center, so he has hit the ball hard.
Harry Stelk going to come in, have a little bit of a chat with Emery right now, calm him down, say, hey, you gave up a run, that's fine. We can get more, we'll get you the run support you need, don't worry about it. Let's get the out, and we move to the bottom half. All the sponsors here tonight, a little more pressure on Emery as the A's want to do well for everyone who's able to support them throughout the years or that are new this year. Good first pitch. You want to talk about a little extra on that fastball. Really attacked the heart of the plate. Kootway down 0-1. Good center fielder for this A's squad, even though he was part of a reason Walker got the triple, and it was a great strike, too. 0-2.
Yeah, got to get him here.
Absolutely. This is where you want to do it. Don't really want to waste a pitch because that's when danger comes in if it's able to get past Schnell and a run scores. And Emery going to wave it off, and now he's going to say yes to the second pitch Schnell threw at him. Here we go. The 0-2 attacked him with a heater and fooled Kootway. The game is tie at 1-1, but the A's have plenty of depth to get the run support. It's a 1-1 game as we head to the bottom half of inning number 5.
Like our cool water personal hand sanitizer with essential oils. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by COVID-19. At Northwoods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Last year's financial year, excuse me.
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
We have reached the bottom half of inning number 5, and if you're just joining us, the game got tied in the top half of the 5th thanks to an RBI single out in left field. Scored a run. It was a good throw from Walker, but Schnell couldn't quite get a hold of it off a hop, and the run was able to come in. That said, it's all time now for the A's to get right back at it. It's still a tie game. They're not trailing. Nothing to worry about. Good part
Number
of the order
9 hitter
coming up.
leading it off here for Sheboygan. Riley hit that fly ball deep to left his first time up. And,
Did it?
Boy, that one just missed him.
Didn't hit him. I don't know how it didn't. Wow. Takes a lot of courage to just stand in there on that, too, and not move at all.
Sometimes it just, you're so shocked that it's at you, you don't have a chance to move. But you're right. Wasn't a whole lot he could do with it.
Didn't hit him, didn't tick him at all, so the count's 1-0.
All right, we got to get this trivia question in
Let's
here.
do it.
In the 58-year history, this being number 59 actually, how many triple plays have the A's turned?
This got
in the
spawned
history of Sheboygan A's franchise, how many triple plays have they turned?
This got spawned in one of our games earlier on, a few games ago. Just kind of came up as there was a little grounder over to Nice at third, and I said triple play. And then we wondered, and Marty's got the answer.
Not yet.
Not yet,
I mean,
though.
I've got the answer,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to give it yet.
No, not this early, no.
We're waiting for Bill to stop saying Michael Casper.
How many triple plays? Michael Casper.
Ooh, that one hit him.
Did him, yes. It was going to be ball 4. Another 4-pitch walk for Henko.
I think that hit him, Justin.
It did, yes. But what would have been a 4-pitch walk regardless. Got him right on the jersey inside.
If he'd have got hit by that first pitch that was way inside, that would have been more of a in the legs, right?
We're going to have a new pitcher coming in, number 12. We'll take a look at the lineup, but new pitcher number 12 for Appleton. And that is, his last name is Pike. We'll try and figure out his first name, but a new man coming in for Henko, who made it through 4 complete.
He is responsible for the runner on first base.
Colby Pike.
Colby?
Kolbe. Colby Pike.
Do you have any stats on Colby?
He's pitched 5 innings, and it was a start. So he started that game. An 0-1 record for Colby. Gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, all of which were earned. Struck out 4, walked 2. So that sets him at a 5.4 ERA. Colby Pike, the new pitcher, in for Appleton.
Henkel goes 4 innings, gives up 3 hits. He's allowed 1 run so far. He is responsible for Palmquist on first. He's walked 2, struck out 3, and also has 2 hit by pitches. So not necessarily a real bad outing by Henkel, but
number 6.
Manager Hepner has seen enough. Brings in the left-hander.
All right, and it's not Colby Pike. It's a different number. It's number 6 we were just informed. They brought up Brett Tetzlaff.
He's out in left field.
And I believe they're bringing him in, and then they're going to put Colby out in left. Yeah, it's definitely a 6. All right, so new adjustment. Brett Tetzlaff has yet to pitch in a game in league action. We apologize for the confusion. The 9-hitter comes into pitch. Usually when a manager comes in and he's got a player right next to him, that's the pitcher.
You think he's the guy that's going to be pitching. You're right.
And especially that he's got pitching stats. He completely fooled us. So, it is Brett Tetzlaff into pitch. George Henkel comes out in 4 innings. He's responsible for the runner at first.
That would put Olson out of the game, I believe. And Pike would enter into the DH's spot, and you lose your DH. At least that's how we're going to do it.
We'll see, yeah. Long debate here. As we got the umpires, managers talking. We've got the catcher and pitcher
talking. They might
be
discussing that right now.
Fans getting a little rowdy.
Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to be a fly on the wall, so to speak, and hear what they're talking about.
Mic them up. All right.
Oh, I think they're going to put the DH
So, yeah,
out
that's
left.
Evan Olson going into left. They're going to switch it out. All right.
So they lose the DH, but not the player.
Yeah, Olson will still stay in. It's just technically not a DH spot anymore. And is that Pike going back out there then?
Pike went back
Yeah.
into the dugout, I
So all
believe.
for nothing. Well, first we thought he was going to be the pitcher, then he was the left fielder. Now he got pulled, and he's still on the bench where he started.
All right, we do have a leadoff hitter on. Hopefully Sheboygan can grab the lead back.
And it's the top of the lineup, so a very tough spot for Brett Tetzlaff to come in and face. But the lefty is facing
Well, I
a
was thinking
lefty-heavy
that's-
lineup.
Yeah, that's where they maybe gain a little bit. Left-handed pitcher against a number of left-handed
Laying
hitters.
a bunt on a high pitch. It's a good one. Should get himself to first. Bad throw, but able to get it over was Joe Georger. He kind of flipped it, and it bounced even before it got in there. But a good sacrifice nonetheless from Walker. It's a very high pitch to bunt on, but he made it work.
Yeah, Chris is next. Chris has the only RBI so far for Sheboygan on that sacrifice fly.
It's the first time Walker didn't reach base today.
You're right.
So we're going to see Nick Levine have a little bit of a talk with Tetzlaff here. Runner on second, one out. Potentially about something Ross Christ related.
So looking down that column that has sacrifice bunts, Sheboygan on the season, over 800 plate appearance, has one sacrifice bunt so far.
Is that sac bunt or sac fly, though, you think?
Sacrifice bunt.
Okay.
And that's by Zacharison. In the sacrifice fly column, we now have 8.
Okay. I was going to say, one just seems low.
Yeah, very low. But
Outside
that's
pitch.
the way the game is played now.
I guess it is, yeah. Outside pitch missed, or inside missed, and then outside missed.
And
to make
I'm
it
not
2-0.
just talking about, amateur baseball. It's throughout baseball.
All across the league.
High school, still does it the older way, a little more bunting, that kind of thing. But professional baseball, it's a lost art.
Swing and a miss from Christ. Would have been a ball 3. Tetzlaff having to come in and work from the stretch. Not always easy, but he's got a quick move.
Sheboygan with a runner in scoring position and a couple of good options in Christ and Stelt, the next two hitters.
This pitch bounces in, make it 3-1. Tetzlaff still kind of finding himself on the mound.
I was going to say Levine made a couple of nice plays, and
He had to make 2
Ross's
of
at
them.
bat, especially that one that went behind Ross.
Palmquist wanted to go 3, but he didn't. He stopped himself. 3-1, missed it high. 1 out, 2 on for Harry Stelt.
All right, I think it's time to get this trivia question finished out.
Uh-huh.
In the 58-year history, how many triple plays have the A's turned? The correct answer is 6. And we were talking out to some of my friends out at the sponsors night occasion. I asked them the same question. It's 0, 1.
It's a little too low.
Yeah. And when we threw it out there a couple days ago, most of us up here did not guess as high as 6.
I think we were sitting at about like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Inside, called for a strike. Harry falls behind. Doesn't want to strike out like he did back in the first.
Shh. He doesn't want to get hit by a pitch either.
No. This one,
very
shallow.
He can't see it.
Caught out and right. Yeah, he did make the catch.
Well, the center fielder had his hands up. He didn't see it.
It was Peyton Just territory.
That's too bad.
Shallow enough. I mean, most players would be happy hitting it there, but shallow for a Harry fly ball, that's for sure. That'll bring up the Northwoods cleanup hitter, Brady Zacharison.
He's been on 2 times so far tonight with a walk and a single. Single here should be able to score a single to the outfield. Should be able to score Palmquist, you'd think. He's
Decent
got good
speed, yeah.
And with 2 outs, he'll be running on the crack of the bat.
Running on any contact, as you said the last inning, Harry Stell, he was really putting those wheels on. High strike called. Good part of the lineup for A's to do damage. As we said, it's just a matter of if they can convert on Brett Tetzlaff or not.
You know, we talked about this over the last few games.
Little blooper caught. No doubt about it. Nick Levine got a great jump on it, and just like that, the 5th inning comes to an end. The score remains 1-1.
Personal hand sanitizer with essential oils. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by COVID-19. At Northwoods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Last year's financial year, excuse me.
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
We have ourselves a new pitcher for Sheboygan. Emery, his night is done following 5 innings. He went 6 against Green Bay a week ago, goes 5 here today, and it's number 47, Blake Roach, making just his 2nd appearance of the year. He pitched 1 inning and 1 game. That's all. The problem is he gave up 2 runs in that inning. 2 of them were earned. 5 walks. 5 walks in an inning, gave up 2 earned runs, struck out 2, sitting at an 18 ERA right now.
Noah Emery went 5 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned. He walked 2, struck out 3. Henkel's line is also complete. We mentioned he went 4 innings, gave up 3 hits, and Tetzlaff able to shut Sheboygan out after Henkel left, so Henkel only gets charged with 1 earned run.
At the end of the day, all you can do for Sheboygan is hope Blake Roach forgets about the bad inning he had earlier in the season and just works through things here. Whole new ball game, whole new day. Emery did about what we'd expect from him in his starting role. Doesn't go too deep into ball games, but gives you good stuff, and he gave up the 1 run and 5 hits, but other than that, did very well.
Scott, you're the man. 198 in the house, 293 paid. We got too many season ticket holders not here.
They don't like the heat. They're probably watching us.
Yeah, well, hopefully they are, yeah. Thanks, Scott.
Did you? Good stuff. Yeah, he doesn't do a great job, but I do. That's all that matters.
Telling lies again?
No.
Sounded like it.
Roach just missed, and he's down 2-0.
Just remember something, Jordan. You got to respect your elders.
I do respect my elders. Right, Bill? Oh, yeah, that would be polite. That would be respectful. Mr. Wagner, sir. Sir Wagner.
Uh-oh.
3-1, yeah. Foul ball, and that pitch just missed a bit high. It's number 22, Peyton Just, at the plate for Appleton. He's trying to expand on those walks. Ooh, nearly hit him, walked him on 4 balls. He's hustling down to first base. He'll turn a bit, but no play at all to go to second. And that'll bring up Ryan Broche.
Appleton was able to get their first 2 hitters on in the 5th and resulted in a run being scored to tie the game at 1. Hopefully you don't do that this inning.
Broche flew out to left, his first 2 ABs in this game.
Roach versus Broach.
It's true. Yeah, that's a lot to keep track of.
Oh, man. Wild pitch.
Wild pitch outside. Going to second easily. Slow start to the season for Roach in his 1 inning, and what he's done here so far, he's going to try and turn it around.
Roach, a big guy. Throws pretty hard.
Taking a big lead over at second. You can see it on your screen as there's a nice confidence-boosting fastball for a strike.
Not sure if the count is 1-1 or 2-1, but the batter does have a strike.
Missed outside, and it's dropped by Schnell. Going to third with no one out. Peyton just running the bases very well, taking advantage of all these situations. 3-1 is the count. 2-1 is the count, pardon me.
And Appleton now with a runner on third and nobody out.
Missed outside. Now 3-1. Like Roach just not attacking the zone so far. His command not there as he's missing outside quite a bit. Reminiscent of what we saw with Henkel. And just caught the outside
just caught
corner.
that outside
Oof.
corner. Makes the count 3-2. Infield is in for Sheboygan too. They're all even with the grass.
That's what we saw Kenosha do against Gus Walker, and that's how he was able to get his 2 RBI walk-off single. Missed ball 4. It's going to get by him on the throw. They got him. Schnell going to go back himself. Couldn't get the tag there in time. Schnell decided he was going to take it upon himself to do all the work, and he just couldn't get back in time. And it is a 2-1 Appleton lead. They take their first lead of the night.
And the batter reaches base on the walk. Not a good start to the
Still
sixth
no
inning.
outs.
Looked like Roach could have maybe gotten there in time.
Well, I think he was going to be there if he guided him with the throw.
Yeah, but he didn't throw it. And a good hustle by Just.
Yeah, Schnell didn't really kind of know what he wanted to do with it. You got to make a split decision second. That's all you got.
Moyer calling timeout. Consult with his pitcher what they're going to do here.
Also more about getting Roach and Schnell on the same page. Not the 6th inning the A's wanted, as they were up 1-0 in this game. An early run in the 3rd inning. Appleton tied it up in the 5th. And now they have the 2-1 lead.
Just before we broke for a commercial after the bottom of the 5th, I was going to mention that to be successful, Sheboygan needs to start getting some 2-out hits. And they've really struggled with that the last couple of ball games. It's not easy to do to begin with, but at some point you do have to clutch up.
It's not easy to get hits to begin with. The A's only have 3 of them through 5 innings.
6 left on base for Sheboygan so far tonight.
Pitch stays high to make the count 2-0. NEW League battled for first place early on in the season, and that one stayed high, 3-0. Now we can start to see why Roach had 5 walks in that 1 inning. Just got to calm himself down and get a nice heater on 3-0. High inside, called for a strike. He got it. I didn't know if it was going to be.
3-1 yet. Got a ways to go. Georgia 1 for 2 tonight. Scored in the 5th.
And there's a nice strike. So it's patient ABs from Appleton. They're not really swinging the bat a whole lot. They are making Blake Roach throw for strikes. He works from 3-0 to 3-2. Big pitch here. Cracked on it, going back to right field. Zach Risen got a good read on it, and he was able to make the catch. Can he throw back to first in time? They'll just go to the cutoff in Ross Christ.
I thought it was actually real good base running by Broach at first to go all the way to second just in case the
And you
ball
got
did
nothing to
drop in.
lose,
You'd have
yeah.
got to third easily, might have even scored. But as it was, he had time to retreat and get back to the bag.
Nick Levine, just out of your view, he's on deck, but he's, even with one out in the inning, he fears a double play. He's still wearing the catching gear. He's wearing those shin guards.
Mesa walked his last time up. Another pitch way outside by
Third
Roach.
one.
I got that as the third wild pitch of the inning.
Oh, yeah. And good base running by Appleton as well. They're taking advantage of it. Another time Roach here behind in the count, 1-0.
Down 2-1 isn't a big deal, but you don't certainly want to get down any more than that, and Mesa gets hit by a pitch.
Hit on the shoulder inside, so that'll be 2 on, 1 out for the catcher, Nick Levine. He'll take a second, get the gear off, and he'll be ready to go. But, yeah, I mean, all it takes is a double play, and you're out of this inning, and you don't really have to worry about it a whole lot. But Tim Moyer going to come out again, have a discussion with Roach. 1 run is one thing, 2 runs is one thing. I mean, the A's have come back from down 4 before. That's going to be it. Going to pull the plug on Blake Roach. And I believe that's Blake Coons getting ready to come in.
1/3 of an inning only.
Threw some wild pitches, walked a few, hit a guy, gave up a run. Looks like Coons. 50. Yeah. Yep.
Blake
That
Coons?
is Blake Coons, number 50, the big-time reliever for this squad. Comes in with 2 on, 1 out in the inning. He'll get a few warm-up pitches, and then he'll prove why he's one of the most dominant relievers on the A's squad. From one Blake to another.
Yeah, there you go.
Or Black, as it says on our scorebook.
Coons making his 7th appearance, had one start. Pitched 13 1/3 innings, ERA at 2.70. Leads the club in saves with 2.
Does it say Blake or Black now?
Blake.
It does say Blake. We did get it corrected. Perfect. Not that we were ever confused.
No.
Coons, we've talked about so far this year. Out-of-state guy. Used to play football. Played it for 3 years in college before making the move over to baseball. South Dakota State, I believe.
Well, one thing Sheboygan is throwing is their 3 biggest players in this ball game. Emery, a big guy, a Roach, a big guy, and now Coons. There's only 1 out in the inning, and Appleton has runners on first and second. Roach, like I said, went to 1/3 of an inning, walked 2, no strikeouts. He's allowed 1 run so far, did not allow any hits. But you had mentioned it when he first came in. Control was an issue for him in his first appearance, and it was again tonight.
Yeah, so Blake Coons from South Dakota State. It's crazy to think this spring was his first year playing baseball after he played football the last 3 years in college. He looks like a veteran guy out there on the mound.
Yeah, I'll bet he played maybe high school ball or maybe
Would have
Little League or
to assume
Legion
for
ball.
sure.
You know, it's not like he hasn't touched a glove. But
Swing and a miss.
When you get up around this level, you know.
It's hot. It's not easy.
It's not high school ball.
It's a whole different game as Levine misses big time on the first strike. Threw a big heater right by him, and that's what Blake Coons will do to you all day long. Here's another big time pitch.
I would venture to say, you know, just guessing, that maybe Davis Wilson is going to start tomorrow night.
Could be.
He used his 3, although Davis did pitch on Saturday, I believe, made a start. Do you remember that?
No, Ryan Flesh. It was Ryan Flesh,
Ryan
Pettit,
Flesh.
Schmitz, and Recolitis.
Okay.
Not a bad guess.
Yeah. But, so we may not see Davis tonight. Again, we're just speculating. Oh, nice
Big
pitch.
strikeout by Blake Coons. 3 pitches got him. It is a situation, though, where now this is the second reliever of the night. They're back in action tomorrow, and we know the bullpen's kind of fresh, but still, you want to keep those arms steady, and you can You can hope Coons works his way through the rest of the game, but that's a lot to ask from a hard-throwing reliever.
Well, you'd think Roach could go again tomorrow if they needed him.
If they needed him.
That many pitches.
Depends on the context of the game, sure. All a confidence thing, all mental at this point. 2 on, 2 out for Bubba Thompson. Big first K from Coons, and he attacks him again.
And we mentioned this. Appleton scored their lone run on a 2-out base hit. There's 2 outs right now. Sheboygan needs to shut them down, not allow them to get any more runs, and there are 2 outs. Let's get that last one.
Ooh, took a little off it and completely fooled Thompson at the plate. It's been all Ks, all heaters, I should say, so far. Whole lot of fastballs, and then goes with the breaking pitch. Bubba Thompson down 0-2. He's got 2 on, 2 outs. Doesn't want to leave him stranded, and it's just a bit high.
Tried to go with the breaking ball and didn't quite pull it down enough.
Maybe thought he was going to fool him with that. Just went with the breaking pitch, then went to it twice in a row for his first time tonight. Coons' next pitch on the 1-2. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Got it right by him, and just as Tim Moyer expected him to do, Coons gets out of the jam. Back-to-back Ks on just 6 pitches. Appleton scores a run. They're up 2-1 as we head to the bottom half of the 6th.
Corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great.
I'm glad you showed up.
In my life.
I could never get through this world without you.
You are really close to my
heart.
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things.
Yes, things.
Are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And
please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
A's finally getting ready to hit once again. It's been a while, it seems like, since their bats have been swinging. They have just 3 hits in the game. We saw Brett Tetzlaff come in for George Henkel. We thought it was going to be Colby Pike, but it was not. It's the left-hander, Brett Tetzlaff, in the game right now for Sheboygan, or pardon me, for Appleton, and he's facing the 5, 6, 7 batters, that being Nice, Kim, and Jurgensen.
What I find interesting is Sheboygan scored their run on that short sacrifice fly where Tetzlaff, displayed a not very good outfield arm,
yeah.
And now he's in pitching.
Maybe
for,
he was
the
saving
Legends.
his arm. Coach said, hey, take it easy. We might need you. Thankfully, though, for the A's, it's finally a righty batter able to attack the lefty, and missed high and out for ball 1.
Coons came in and just changed everything around in terms of A's pitching. And we talked about the big guys being in there with Emery, Roach, and then Coons at the end. But neither Emery or Roach showed that strikeout ability like Blake Coons did when he came in.
Thought it was going to be the center, but it actually drops over at second base. An easy play for Ryan Mesa to make. Quick out to start the bottom half.
See how Kim does against the left-hander.
Kim reached base in one of his 2 ABs, flew out to center in his other.
9-inning game tonight. So even though Sheboygan is down 1, they'll still have 3 more chances after this half inning.
These aren't used to those 9-inning games. They just played 4 7-innings in a
No,
row.
it's kind of like we got to pace ourselves too. You know, we
Yeah.
didn't want to talk too much early on because we had 2 extra innings to go. Put a lid on it over there.
Kim fouls that one back as he's now down 0-2. Tetzlaff seemed a little shaky coming into this game, but I mean, he's been pitching well now here in the 6th.
Yeah, he hit that first batter, Palmquist, but able to work out of it.
On the 0-2, lefty to lefty, Kim takes a late swing at it and fouls it back off the netting.
Oh, great pitch.
Swing
Took a little
and miss
something
on a
off of
low
that
strike.
pitch.
Oh, yeah, Kim got fooled.
Pinch hitter.
Jacoby Andreas. Pinch hitter. We saw Andreas actually in that Kenosha game. He got intentionally walked when he came in as a pinch hitter, but now he's in for the long haul for the rest of this ball game. Switching that lefty DH to a righty, not a bad idea at all.
Jacoby steps in, hitting 290.
Just a little south of 300.
Has 2 doubles, a triple, and a home run. So hitting with a lot of power.
Figuring out a beer special here for the concession stand. Missed inside, or pardon me, inside for a strike. I'm all confused with this beer.
How about the inside corner?
Jeez. And got him again. 2-2 now the count.
Jacoby, a big guy.
He's got a chance to make something happen.
Get by him.
Oh my goodness, another fantastic play over at first base. And Joe Georger with 2 huge defensive efforts tonight to get big time outs. We'll head to the 7th inning. Score remains 2-1.
Mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier Factory authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Lights on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. Serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Thing is, and we'll talk a little credits here as we get ready to go here in the top half of the 7th. So for an associate's degree, you need 60 and you have to take like these certain classes. But then once you get those ones all done, those are the basics, because I went to Manitowoc so you can get the associates. So I was like, why not? Might as well just get it. Then after that, you have to take like your course-specific ones. So I have like 6, I think, for sports comm and like 6 different classes for journalism. And those are all in there. I think I just saw lightning, by the way. Something over there. I don't know what else a big strike
That was
was.
Annalise coming up the steps.
That's going to be a gapper. 2 bases for sure for Brett Tetzlaff. My goodness. And it's going to be a ground rule double as it went out of play. He can pitch, he can hit, he can play left field. He can do it all.
I think the unwritten rule on something like that is the base
that
runner should run all the
there.
way around like a home run, and the umpire is supposed to go out there and check it. But
yeah, but they're not going to run that far.
I would. You would.
Keep an eye right down there. There's lightning strikes. There it was, right there.
Oh.
You just missed it.
Okay.
Hopefully it stays there. Can't play in lightning. Big swing and a miss, so keep an eye here on Harry Stelt and how high up he's playing.
You're right about Tetzlaff. Boy, the guy's pitching well and has 2 hits, including one of their 2 RBIs.
I was a little
Actually,
concerned.
their only RBI. The other run scored on a wild pitch.
I was concerned about him as a pitcher coming in at first. There's a bunt foul, but he didn't seem too comfortable when he was warming up. He didn't seem like your usual pitcher, and then he's been doing well.
He's settled in, and that's a bad thing for Sheboygan.
Yeah.
Plus, we did see one substitution. We don't know if Jimmy had to leave or if he just was going to go for the right-handed batter. But, there's 3 of the next 4 hitters are left-handed batters. Tetzlaff has been pretty successful against those guys.
I don't know, hit back foul towards the softball game. Oh, 2 is the count here in the top half of the 7th inning stretch coming up. We approach 2 hours into the game, and a little blooper. Coons can't field it, and then he's able to get it. Wow. The discipline to stay with it, lose track of it, and then able to get it in that right hand and throw over to first, make it look simple.
It looked like he didn't realize the guy on second was going to third. In a sense, I think that was a good thing.
Yeah.
Because then he could just focus on the ball and get the out.
1 out in the inning.
And Sheboygan moves their infield in again, trying to prevent that 3rd run.
Missed down low. Coons not throwing a whole lot of heaters like he did in that last inning. He was just kind of working out of the jam. Now he's spicing it up a bit more.
Koutwe is 0 for 3. Struck out his last time up back in the 5th.
He's now just 1 of 11 in league play.
Don't break out of the slump now.
Yeah, and that only one was a single, of course, so not a whole lot of damage, even though he did go around to score. And this will be a blooping ball just over the head of Neese, and it is a 3-1 ball game as Appleton jumps out to their biggest lead of the game.
3-1 now.
That's your fault, because you said don't get out of the slump now, and then he did.
I thought it was your fault. You're the one who said he was 1 for whatever in league play.
You said it first.
You said it first.
Peyton just hopefully can ground into a double play with 1 out. There's a little wind. It's picking up now. That's a
nice stop by Schnell.
Look at how dirty Schnell's jersey is. I mean, that white is completely... They're going to have fun cleaning that one.
Yeah, throw it in the wash. Hayes will wash it for you.
Missed outside.
Thought it was Imogene's, but I'm not sure.
A specialist. They're going to need that for Schnell. Good pitch by Coons. Finally getting back in it with the heater.
1 out, man on first. A run in. It's 3-1. Appleton.
That was a big lightning.
You know, if this was a high school game, we might have to stop play.
It'd be done for. I think it's lightning. I don't know what else it would be. Unless it's like a plane or something. I don't know.
I saw that. That's lightning.
Heat lightning from the nice 90-degree weather we have here. That's probably why the wind's picking up. Walked him.
Another walk.
3-1 was the count. Runners now on first and second, with still just one out in the inning for Blake Coons as his pitch count begins to rise.
Well, Sheboygan has walked 4 legend batters, and they had 1 in the 5th, 2 in the 5th actually, 2 in the 6th.
I was going to say
now
most of
1
those
in the
walks
7th.
are, yeah, late.
The early innings by Emery were very clean, but everything has gone south since then.
Big lead at second as there's a sky ball, might be our territory. Or not. A lot of kids out here on the ballpark on a Tuesday night running for the ball, getting close to their bedtime.
It's getting close to my bedtime.
I know it is. You're free to leave anytime.
So are you. Matter of fact, you don't have to come in tomorrow.
Oh, thank you. Didn't plan on it.
Sheboygan's going to play Kewaskum A's tomorrow night in another Northeastern Wisconsin Baseball League game.
Try and pad that record a bit as Kewaskum's just 1-4. Just missed low. Port Washington, that's where the thunderstorm's at. Well, it can stay that way. We just don't want it over here. I looked on my phone earlier and it showed a little chance of lightning, so I was confused. Staying alive at the plate.
Yeah, good job by Broke.
1 and
Roach.
2. There you go. 1 and 2 now the count. 1 out. What was a nice, quick, fast-moving game has become a very slow, methodical
Coons came
effort.
in the bottom of the top of the 6th and just blew away the 2 Appleton hitters he faced. I think you said there was 6 pitches and he had 2 strikeouts. And it's been a different story this half inning.
I think it was actually 7, but I think 6 sounded cooler, so. This one's going to be jammed into center field. Kim moving up on it, and it's going to be the right fielder, Zach Risen, able to make the catch. Swagged it away at the last possible second. Joe Georgia will return to the plate with 2 on, now 2 outs. And the inning as Coons tries to keep this game at a 2-run deficit. It's far from impossible for the A's to come back from. Matter of fact, they just did it in the Kenosha game in the top half of the 8th, or bottom half of the 8th. That extra inning game.
Georgia is 1 for 3 in the ball game. He scored a run back in the 5th when he singled.
I was actually stealing third, so if Kim doesn't make the catch, that run is going to come in. Going to throw over to third is to Nice, but it is a 4-1 game due to phenomenal base running. Evan Olson was stealing third, or pardon me, that was Adam Kootway stealing third. The runner behind him was not stealing at all. Kootway goes from second to home on a basic single out to center.
Yeah, he lucked out there.
Yes. Kim with a good arm in center field. If he wasn't stealing, he wouldn't have had a hold of that one. But now 8 hits for Appleton. So it's a 4-1 game. There's the fastball from Coons. Got it right by him.
Another 2-out hit for an RBI by Appleton.
I don't know that Coons is trying to get too fancy with it, but I think if he stays simple like he does in that 6th inning, you don't have to throw a fastball every time. Now going to throw back to second. Bad throw, but thankfully in a diving effort, Peyton Just wasn't able to get up as he was just getting up. Blake Coons avoided disaster there.
Coons looking to get out of the inning. It's 4-1 Appleton. It's going to be hard to come back.
0-1, make it, never mind, make it 1-1.
Pitch hung up a little bit, and we mentioned the last time Mesa was up, he doesn't provide a big target.
Yeah, that's the problem. That was a good pitch to anyone else, but this, it's right on the letters. And stays high as well, up by the hands. 2-1. Coons seemed to be the answer to start in the 6th inning, but now struggling to find his feet here in the 7th.
Kim is very short in center field. He's up quite a bit.
Now 3-1.
Left
sure
fielder Walker is medium depth, and Zakrizin in right is also about medium depth.
Swing and a miss. That would have been ball 4, but he got it by. On full count now. Runners will be moving. Here in the top half of the 7th, it's a 4-1 game thanks to 3 runs in the last 2 innings for Appleton.
That's another bad thing about going to 3-2 counts all the time. You give them a head start.
Didn't need it, though. Rung him up. A big, caught-looking strikeout goes against Ryan Mesa, and the A's have themselves a deficit. Nothing they haven't worked back from before. It's 4-1, 7th inning stretch time.
Go out to everyone affected by COVID-19. At Northwoods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Last year's financial year, excuse me.
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Well, we have a score update to pass your way in the Wisconsin State League. West Allis 21, Burlington 3. So that game will certainly be a run roll game. As West Allis 8-5 in State League play, Burlington 10-3. That's a big time game between 2 of the top teams.
The problem with that, though, Jordan, is it's a 9-inning game. It's a run rule at 7 instead of 5.
Yeah, makes it a little bit longer. First up here is Justin Schnell, and it hit him. It got the jersey. Great start to the inning. I mean, not for Schnell as he got hit, but at the end of the day, Palmquist now has one on.
Palmquist was hit by a pitch his last time up. We've been hit by pitches twice, and they've been hit by pitches once.
Just once.
Yes.
And that was by Roach.
Mesa.
Oh boy, this is a shot back to left field. Just got sky high in the air, and moving back is the centered fielder, and able to get a hold of it is Kootway. It's just one of those balls that was hit way high in the air but didn't go as far as he wanted. Didn't have that sound either. It was just all height.
I had the window open for a while, and it was relatively comfortable. All of a sudden, the breeze came this way and just hit me like, holy cow, this is hot.
And the bugs were coming in as well.
Well, we got a screen.
I've been fighting some bugs. I don't know where they came from.
Yeah, show her more often.
I will when I get home, that's for sure. High and outside. A little bit of a lead over at first base there following the first out of the inning.
So those little black bugs, too. They're pesty.
They were killing me down there at the sponsor when we were talking to them. Low pitch called for a strike here at the top part of the lineup for Sheboygan. Some lady showing a radar in front of us. I'm trying to see what it shows. I saw green. Just missed him inside. Throw down to first. A little slow to get back, but safe nonetheless.
Sheboygan down 3. It's 4-1. Like Jordan had mentioned earlier, it's not that Sheboygan can't come back. They've done it numerous times throughout the season. We had that one game where they were down 4 twice and came back and won it 9-8.
Good pitch to hit as Walker gives it a ride to center field. and actually misjudged it. Going to have to move back. Once again, is Kootway very busy out there so far this inning. He's got both outs.
See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 outfield flyouts. And I saw one in there. 1 pop-up, 2 pop-ups, 3 pop-ups. A lot of balls being just popped up, basically, and those are relatively easy outs.
It's not going to cut it when you're down 4-1 in a game.
No, you got to start hitting the ball either on the ground or, I hate to say it, but hit a line drive.
I was going to say hard grounders or gappers, but a line drive will work. Chris holds back and get him 2-0 now as he jumps ahead.
4 strikeouts by Sheboygan batters, so that part's good. I mean, they are hitting the ball. They're just not...
it's better than 19.
Oh, boy. That was...
9-inning game, not a 7-inning game, so it's not down to the final out yet for Sheboygan. Oh, and there I just felt a hot breeze come in. Strike on the 3-0, had the red light.
Schnell's on at first. Tying run is on deck.
That being Harry Stelt, Chris would love to get on base. That's a gapper, or is it? Yes, indeed it is. That's going to drop. They could send the runner, and not fielded cleanly in left field either. They're going to hold him up at third. Going to give Harry Stelt a chance at the plate with runners on second and third. 1 hit from Harry could put this back within 1.
It's a smart coaching job by Moyer over at third. He could have sent Schnell.
I would have.
It wasn't the sure thing by any means, and his run. You gotta go for the bigger inning, and I liked it that he held him up.
And keep in mind that that was Evan Olson now out in left field, just his 2nd inning, I believe, out there. So he's still relatively new. It would have been interesting to see if they did send the runner, but it's all down to Harry Stelt and give him a shot. Here in the bottom half of the 7th, A's do not want to leave more runners stranded. It's been a common theme so far this season as to why they aren't coming back in these close games. First pitch to Stelt down low.
Harry's had a tough night tonight. Was called out in the 1st inning. Was hit by a pitch in the 3rd, and then hit a pretty routine fly ball out to right in the 5th with a runner in scoring position.
Missed. 2-0. Harry Stelt with 5 home runs on the year leads the team. Basically, he's hitting about a home run a week. He hit one on Sunday in that doubleheader. So there's only 2 games for the A's this week. He's got to get it either today or tomorrow to keep on that pace. Would love to get it here. And left it low. Not where Harry wants it, but it's strike 1 of the AB. Didn't want to have to golf swing at it.
You mentioned Harry leads the club with 21 RBIs. Could jump it up a bit. The base hit here.
Love to add 2 more and get past Zach Risen, who also has 21 late on a fastball. Jammed him inside, and now the count evens up at 2.
And I don't think that fastball was really that quick. It was a good spot, obviously. But see if Harry can get the bat through the zone and
it's no Blake Coons
level off
speed,
on
that's
one.
for sure.
No, definitely not.
On the 2-2, Harry gets it through the infield. Yes, indeed it does. 1 run is sent in. They're going to send the second, a chance for 2 RBIs for Stelt, and they got it. It's a 4-3 game. Harry takes the sole lead with 23 RBIs on the season, and exactly what Coach Moyer wanted him to do. Got him back within 1.
Good base hit by Harry, coming through in the clutch. Brady Zacharson is up next.
What's been a rather quiet crowd. They're probably exhausted from sitting in the heat. I mean, they got their hand fans. They came alive for that one.
Part of that is the A's fault because they're not hitting.
It's only their 5th hit of the game as Harry gets on with a big, you asked for it a few innings ago, 2 out hits. They get one there. Breaking ball stays outside. A 2-out, 2 RBI single from Harry Stelt makes it 4-3 in a sense of life brought back within this A's squad.
Be nice to get Zach Grissom on, Harry to second, and then bring up Jacob Neese. Neese is extra base waiting to happen.
Outside pitch called a strike. It looked to be about the same spot as the first, but not to Doug Steinke.
We're in the bottom of the 7th. Sheboygan down 1.
There's a tick-back foul. 9-inning game. You don't have to live and die with everything here with 2 outs. But it all goes back to that decision by Moyer to hold up the runner at third on the deep fly ball to left field. Held him up when the throw came back to the shortstop. And then Harry got them both in. The inning could have been over there and it could have been 4-1. But instead putting trust in the bat of Harry Stelt. And a check swing blooper over to short, and that's going to get through. Bill says hit.
Yeah, infield hit for sure.
Bubba Thompson.
Just one of those things. Would have been a tough play to get the speedy Zach Risen at first. I thought maybe the better play would have been to pick it up and flip it to second. But
just to try and see the wheels of Harry Stelt. So now it's Jacob Neese, the scenario you said. Get Harry on second, give Neese a shot. Neese has 3 home runs on the year. Also one of the big keys, though, he struck out 20 times, which leads the team.
3 doubles also, so 6 extra base hits.
And does he get one here? It gets through. Harry is going to be sent home, and this game is tie. 4-4 as Jacob Neese ties it up to cap off a 3-run inning so far, and we're not yet done.
Instead of 1 2-out base hit, let's get 2 2-out base hits for RBIs. It's actually the third 2-out hit in a row.
Third hit of the inning, 3 consecutive, as we're going to have a little bit of a discussion with Brett Tetzlaff on the bump. Maybe now is the time we'll be seeing Colby Pike.
Well, maybe we'll get a right-hander in to face Kim.
Yes, indeed. They're going to take the ball from him. And we'll see who they give it to. Now, Colby Pike coming in. Will we finally see him pitch? Oh, it's 32. Pardon me. It's not 12. It's 32.
Who is it, Bill? Brennan Chenoweth.
Brennan. We'll see if he's got any numbers on him. Yeah. I recognized the name when I was looking up stats, so means he's a good guy for him. And let's see. Yes. So, Brennan Chenoweth played in 1 game. He didn't start it, but he went 4 innings in relief. Gave up 1 hit, 1 run, which was earned. And then this is a big key. Struck out 5, but also walked 5. 5 walks, 5 strikeouts in 4 innings of work for not number 12, but number 32, Brennan Chenoweth. Keep in mind, those are the stats only from league games. He's only appeared in, or he's appeared in 1 of the 2 in a relief role. He's what the Appleton Legends will be riding out for the rest of this contest.
Yeah, we thought Tetzlaff was pitching pretty well, which he was. He worked out of a bit of a jam in the 5th, and then got Sheboygan 1-2-3 in the 6th. But after 2 outs were recorded, he gave up 4 straight base hits. All of those hits coming with 2 outs, by the way. Harry getting the big one, the 2-out, 2 RBI single. And then the infield hit by Zach Grissom. And then the RBI single by Neese to right center field.
All that matters right now is this game is tie, and we got a whole new ball game, and still 2 1/3 innings ahead of us. There's just 2 outs in the innings, and it's Brett Tetzlaff who's responsible for those runners at first and second.
You know, hopefully Coons will take this rally to heart and come out and just blow them away.
And I'll be interested to see how long Coons stays in the ball game yet. You don't want to overexpose him, keeping it in too long. And it'll be up to Jonathan Kim to try and take the lead for Sheboygan.
Tetzloff went 2 2/3, gave up 4 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. He is responsible for both runners that are on base.
First pitch to Kim, it's a breaking ball. He watches it go by. Kim, 4 RBIs already, and this is just his 6th game played.
Good speed on the bases. Akrisen at second, and Nice over at first.
Oh, wow. The catcher, Nick Levine, thought that was going to be way outside, hopped up, but it actually looked like a pretty good pitch.
Yeah, it was. I think umpire Steinke called it a high.
High and outside a little bit, too. Evens it up at 1-1. The A's now with 7 hits in the ball game, 4 of those coming in this inning with 2 outs. They've tied it up at 4. In a game they once led 1-0. Kim takes it inside. A's led 1-0, and then they gave up 4 consecutive before finally scoring. It was a 4-1 deficit. Now we're all evened up at 4. 2-1 count, 2 outs, 2 on.
Kim with the hitter's count.
And he gets a pitch to swing at. Now will be over. It's going to be the first baseman taking it. He throws to Chenworth, and they got him. Georgia to Chenworth to end things, but a whole new ball game as we head to the 8th inning. This baby's tie, 4-4.
January, February, into March and April. Same way through. Every single second, every minute, every hour. All the whole year through.
It is intense right here.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's a lot of lemons.
Well, you know what they say when life gives you
We
lemons.
know the saying, Mark.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the Queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Blake Coons retains his position on the bump. He'll be pitching the 8th inning. We're not sure about the 9th. We'll get there when we get there. It's all about focusing on the now. And we've got a 4-4 ball game.
Coons so far has gone an inning and 2/3. He has recorded 3 strikeouts. Did give up 3 hits, however, in that 7th inning when Appleton got 2 runs. Just before we came back from the break, Jordan and I were talking about what do you think about the 9th inning? You know, if we get that far, tie game or the lead, do you go with Coons? And I my personal opinion was I thought kind of depends on what he does here. You know, if Tim's going to have enough trust in him to pitch that 9th inning.
Otherwise, you could maybe go to a guy like Mac Doherty, a tough spot to put him in, but it's kind of his role late in games.
And we, like I said, we saw Davis Wilson at the event for sponsors night. You know, we don't know if he's pitching tomorrow night, but he would also be a good candidate to pitch in relief. He's done that a lot in his career.
It's going to be an interesting night tomorrow pitching-wise as the big-time names now all out of question. But thankfully it's a nice break for the A's, and they'll get back at it next week after tomorrow, next Tuesday. All home games coming up for Sheboygan.
Yeah, you think like Rindfleisch pitched on Saturday, so he's got Sunday off, Monday off, Tuesday off. That's only 3 days.
Yeah, it's probably
you got to
not enough.
figure, you know, he gave up 4 runs, so he probably threw over 100 pitches.
Fold it back off again. Probably not enough rest unless they only throw him an inning or 2. But then it's like...
the other thing, he's got to show up.
Yeah, it's true. It feels kind of useless to only use him for a few innings if he's not going to be 100%. But if you get 2 or 3 out of him, and then you get Wilson to go 3 or 4.
Right, yeah.
I mean, there's options. 1-2. Right out of the gate is the count to Levine, and couldn't quite get him. Another foul.
We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. Let's win this game here.
Exactly. Can't focus on the pitching tomorrow, and you might need to use another pitcher yet in this one. None of the candidates late in this reliever role would be starting tomorrow anyways. Got him,
Oh,
swing
nice
and a
pitch.
miss. Finally was able to get the fastball right by him following a pair of consecutive foul balls. That'll bring up number 31, Bubba Thompson, who's the shortstop for this squad.
Every once in a while, Blake's got that extra gear, you know, and he just puts a little extra on that fastball, and it really hard for the legend hitters to catch up with that.
Coons going to try and stay hot. Following the big first strikeout of the inning. Attacks him again with a fastball inside. These heaters are something to be seen.
4 of the 6 outs that Coons has recorded have been via strikeouts.
Sounds about right for him. Swing and a miss again, 0-2. This is the Coons we needed in the 7th inning, but I don't know if he was getting a little too fancy with it or what. He's facing a good part of the lineup. Good for Sheboygan's side of things, being the 7-8-9. Even though it was Brett Tetzlaff, who will not be up next, it'll be Brennan Chenworth coming up to the plate as there's a gonna drop. Christ and Kim couldn't get there, and it is a single, the 9th hit of the game for Appleton. One shy of double digits, and it's our first time today seeing Brennan Chenworth. See if he has an AB at all in league play. He does not. He's pitched in a league game but has not hit in one yet, this being just the 3rd for Appleton. The standings once again, Sheboygan 3-1, Green Bay 5-2, Appleton 1-1. A loss for Appleton would put him at 1-2. That would not be a good record. He's teasing bunt and able to take second. Basically running no matter what, and Schnell couldn't get it out of the glove, and now the bunt kind of out of the question unless he pokes down the first baseline to get a runner on third with 2 outs.
You're not going to bunt with him. He's got 2 hits, including a double and an RBI.
This is Chenworth now, not Tetzlaff.
Okay. I agree.
He might have in a non-league game had that. You never know. Count goes to 2-0. Evan Olson, the DH, who went out to left field now, not the DH anymore technically. He's in the on-deck circle. Chenworth, a little poker that might get through the infield. Christ can't get to it, and the throw got him. Wow, very close at the bag, but they were able to get him by half a step.
It was interesting how Harry went after the ball, saw he wasn't going to get it, and immediately headed back to the first base bag, and nice pickup and flip by Ross Chris, showing a lot of range to his left to get to that ball.
Big key right now is Bubba Thompson is on third base for the top of the lineup in Evan Olson. Boy, a run here would be crucial for Appleton. Coons wants to avoid it at all costs, so he gets ahead 0-1.
Olson 0 for 3 in the ball game with the walk. Keep that going.
Swing and a miss. Walk doesn't seem to be ideal here as he's down 0-2. Would take a lot to fight back from that. Coons just needs to get one more by him, and then it's up to the A's in the bottom half to try and get a run or 2 and avoid batting in the bottom 9. 0-2, here it is from Coons. Got it. No.
Just a bit outside. Looked pretty close. I thought it was pretty interesting that Olson didn't swing at it.
Yeah, I would be swinging at that. I don't know if what he expected, but he let it go.
Good fastball by Coons. He really pumped that one in there.
Oh, now he got him on the breaking pitch. Fooled him that time, took a bit off, and the A's have a chance to take the lead for the first time since the 3rd inning. That comes up here in the bottom half of the 8th.
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
awesome.
Great. I'm glad you showed up.
In my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have...
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things...
Yes, things.
...are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And
please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
friendship.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
It'll be the designated hitter Jacoby Andreas coming back for Sheboygan, making his second at-bat of the game, and it's against Brennan Chenworth, the man who came in and did his job in the bottom half of the seventh. Came in relief for Brett Tetzloff, and he did exactly what they needed him to do. Stayed in this game 4-4, didn't give up any more. Now he's going to step off. Miscommunication between him and Levine early. And now they'll get back, and Andreas follows that off.
Yeah, he had a good rip at it, too. The pitching so far for Appleton certainly have not been overpowering. You know, they've been just sly enough to get Sheboygan to do a lot of fly balls, like I mentioned the last half inning.
Almost hit him. As you keep your hands over the plate, and that one probably gets you a 1-1 count. It's a 4-4 game here in the bottom half of the eighth. Ooh, big time breaking pitch.
Jacoby's got one strike left. Hopefully he can get something going with that one pitch left.
All you need is something, and a leadoff runner for the 7-8-9 part of the order would be nice. Can he get it through the infield off a hop and the throw to first? A great throw from Bubba Thompson.
Thompson showing off the arm there.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember who it was, but I saw a clip of a shortstop. He threw it 97 miles an hour.
I saw that. I saw the highlight,
yeah.
But I didn't look for the clip or anything, but that's pretty amazing.
I didn't see. I forgot the name or what team it was for or anything, but 97 from short to first. I didn't even know they measured that stuff, but that's pretty neat.
Schnell up. Schnell scored the first run for Sheboygan in the seventh. He reached on a hit by pitch.
Ball inside as he tries to get himself on base any way possible. Talked earlier about he's one of the 5 A's with double-digit walks on the season. Well-disciplined young player for the squad, repping the nice dirty jersey tonight.
I was just going to say he's leading the club in dirty uniform.
Yeah. Inside strike called, even it up at 1. I mean, as a catcher, if you got to go get it, I think where most of it came from is when he made that diving play on the wild pitch that went by, and then he tried to tag him himself. That's what did a good chunk of it. 2-1 as he gets back ahead in the count. Palmquist in the batter's box. The on-deck circle, I should say. There's a rip at it, and might it drop in right field. Coming in on it, in foul territory. A diving effort, but couldn't make the catch. Nonetheless, Peyton Just did all he could.
Yeah, I was going to say good effort by Just out there. He had a catch similar to that down the right field line earlier in the game where he did catch it.
Schnell will get out of it, and he'll try once again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There is an out in the inning following the Jorgensen 6-3
we complained about the fans not being into the game. We're not into the game up here either. You're working too hard, CJ. Lighten up a little bit. Oh, good eye.
Low pitch makes it
How many
full.
pitches does this guy have?
13.
13, holy cow. Well, he's only gone 2/3 of an
Yeah,
inning.
he hasn't done a whole lot so far.
Bill, how you doing down there? Oh, wow.
Whoa!
Oh, boy.
Ball 4.
Doug Steinke calling that one a little bit high. I'm glad it's a walk to our guy because there'd be some barking if it was the other way around.
We're going to have a pinch runner come in. Bennett Becker, number 11. So Bennett Becker in for Schnell. Try and get a little more speed on the bases. With 1 out here in the inning, and it's now Riley Palmquist. Palmquist came into this game batting .262. Just above 1 out of every 4. See if they try and sneak a base at all, as this one is going to be caught. Got a great jump on it, was Peyton Just.
Yeah, nice line drive hit, and like you called it, Just was right there to make the catch.
Top of the order now with Gus Walker. Regardless, if we see a bottom half of the 9th, it's going to be a good part of the order for Sheboygan to do damage.
Well, Walker had a triple earlier in the ball game.
Yes,
Maybe he can do that again, and Bennett Becker over at first certainly has the speed.
That's why you put him in there. Anything in the gap, you try and go first to home. First pitch coming up to Walker. Chenoweth says yes, and he hit him. So that'll bring up Ross Christ with runners on first and second. And a good job by Walker staying in close to that plate. Hung in there, took it.
Maybe one advantage, Jordan, to having 2 outs. You got to get a clutch 2-out hit. But anything that's hit, Bennett doesn't have to worry.
No,
just
he's
run
running
like the wind, score if it drops in.
If it's caught, oh well. And if it drops, you're guaranteed the run. And here it is, Ross Christ. Base hit could score him. First pitch to Ross, and he fouls it back out, hit it at the top of his bat. Swinging on an outsider.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he was trying to go to left field or not. He liked that first offering, just couldn't get it squared up.
Definitely was looking oppo, though, that's for sure. Finds himself down 0-1. Big swing and a miss. Ross tied for third for the most hits on this team with 24. He could use one here.
Chenoweth showing off the good fastball at pitch.
That was one of his best pitches of the day as Christ is down 0-2 and left it high.
Bennett Becker, good speed, is on at second. He came in to pinch run for Schnell, who reached on a walk, and then Walker's over at first. He was hit by a pitch.
1-2. And just missed outside the Appleton dugout, getting a little animated over there. Remember the full count pitch that looked good to us, just stayed up high, and this one just missing outside.
Hey, deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes,
yes.
2 outs, 2 men on. I just had to throw that in there.
You have to, absolutely. It's a little bit of a good luck charm as here we go, the 2-2. Can it get down the first base line, and it's going to be foul.
Georgia made a nice pickup, though. They would have got the out.
They would have. Ross,
Ross.
He'll get a chance to do it all over again. Unless it was going to be a bad throw. I don't see any way how Bennett Becker would have been able to come in and score. Deuces stay wild. As our crowd doesn't really oblige to clapping their hands, and he tries to pull this one into left as well.
Ross doing a great job of hanging in there. Hopefully it pays off. They usually say that if you can hang in there long enough as a hitter, the advantage starts to swing and goes towards the hitter.
Hopefully that's the case here as Chenoweth deals to Ross, and another one. 3 straight, or not 3 straight technically, but 3 foul balls straight, only 2 of the 3 to left field. Here we go. What an AB from Ross Christ in the most opportune time with 2 outs. 2 on, 2-2, takes this one also down the first baseline as it's his 4th foul ball in a row. Staying alive is truly the name of the game right now as the song bursts through Wildwood Park. This place will erupt if Christ is able to get Becker from second to home. A's haven't led since the third inning where they were up 1-0. They trailed 4-1 behind that 3-run bottom half of the seventh. Chenoweth takes a good look at second. Now he got him on the breaking pitch. Ross Chris swings and misses, and we're guaranteed a bottom half of the ninth.
What's comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier Factory authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Light on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. Serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
We have ourselves a new pitcher for the Sheboygan A's. Joey Pettit, who just pitched in the second game of the doubleheader on Saturday, went the full 7 innings, only allowed 2 hits, struck out 10 in a 7-0 win. Pettit comes into this game following Blake Coons, who had 49 pitches thrown. Tim Moyer pulls the plug on Coons, goes to Joey Pettit, who is thrown in 2 games. He started them both, went 1 complete game that results in 10 innings. He's given up 7 hits, 4 runs, all of which were earned. He has 13 strikeouts to 4 walks and a 3.6 ERA. This is a great, great move from Moyer as long as he's fresh and ready to go and doesn't show any signs of rust.
Blake Coons went 2 2/3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs. Both of those were earned. Walked 1, struck out 5.
First pitch from Pettit. Good pitch over to Neese off 2 hops. Nearly drops it, and the throw to first to Stelt, and they got him. Great first out, first pitch swinging for Adam Kootway, but he doesn't get on base. That brings up Peyton Just, who had himself a crazy
nice play by Neese at third. He bobbled it a little bit,
yes,
but took his time, got a good grip on the ball, and then fired a strike across the diamond.
It's a big mental thing as well, because we saw a few mistakes from Neese over at third base this season, but he hangs in it. So this brings up Just. And Joey Pettit, the big-time performance on Saturday. A nice curve gets in there for a strike. Appleton says no. Doug Steinke says yes. That's all that matters. Pettit, very quick-moving pitcher. His second pitch of the AB, same spot. Got it again. 0-2.
You can tell those pitchers that are confident. They get up there on the mound and they're ready to go.
They don't waste any time. You don't have time to get in your own head then. 3 pitches and that hit him. Maybe a little too quick moving, but now you can hope from a double play from Ryan Broche. Had him 0-2. Obviously wasn't an intentional hit there. No frustration or anything. You just hope that they don't take Pettit too deep in the inning, because the sign here from Moyer, you'd expect a nice, quick, efficient inning, and then you walk it off in the 9th, and you don't even have to put Pettit back out there for another bit.
Roach steps in. He's flied out to left twice and hit one out to right that was caught.
He's their cleanup guy. Hasn't produced as they wanted tonight and misses inside. Low. Schnell able to get a hold on it.
Hunter Stager, college student, goes to UW La Crosse, played his high school ball at Sheboygan North. Pettit, I believe, attends Whitewater. Is that right? Plays baseball over there.
Throw down to first, not in time.
It was several years ago now, but Whitewater had the national champs in basketball, football, and baseball. You don't see that very often. That was Division III.
This one gets through, and that will send the runner over to second. Pettit is a West Bend native. That's where he grew up. He obviously goes to Whitewater, like you said. He was selected as the State League's Rookie Pitcher of the Year last year, so it's good company to be in, and he's proven it so far. He did go a full 9 last year in one game, 6 hits against West Allis. Went 9 innings in that ball game. He just went the full 7 on Saturday night to be exact. 2-0 is the count, and make it 2-1.
Yeah, good breaking ball on getting a strike in on the count. It was 2-0, now it's 2-1. There is an out in the inning.
But that runner on second leaves a lot of room for question.
Yeah, we've been giving too many bases away with the pass balls and the wild pitches.
He's a throwback to second. The 2-1 pitch. This is going to get in the glove of Zach Risen. They're going to throw back to second. Did they get it in time? They did! Wow, able to stay on the bag was Riley Palmquist. And that's just a terrible base running play as it gives the A's an opportunity to walk things off in the 9th.
Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Here we are, bottom half of the 9th inning. Brennan Chenoweth still doing the pitching. Where's the number 32? He's got less than that pitch-wise so far, as he has been pretty fresh, pretty great in this game. However, he faces Stelt, Zach Risen, Nice. A very, very tough power-hitting lineup in Sheboygan. They're 3, 4, 5 hitters. You couldn't ask for a whole lot more. And if you're Sheboygan, all you're asking for is one Harry bomb, and we get out of here with a win.
Harry delivered back in the 7th with a 2-out, 2 RBI single. Be interesting to see what Tim Moyer would do if Harry, let's say, let off with a single. You know, would he pinch run for him? Trying to go for that
I feel like you kind of have
walk-off
to,
win in
yeah.
the 9th? Or leave him out there to run for himself.
We will see if the situation arises. First pitch from Chenoweth. 4-4 game. It's down and low.
I certainly wouldn't have been surprised if that pitch was down the middle and Harry was swinging at it.
Oh, absolutely. He was going to swing at anything good, and now he check swings. It's a strike regardless. Evens it up at 1-1. Harry can be patient up there. He's got nothing to worry about.
Chenoweth has done a good job so far for Appleton.
Oh, you
Gone
can't
an
be too
inning
patient
and a
now.
third.
Count goes to 1-2 as Harry watches 2 strikes go by. Uncharacteristically struck a look in back in the first.
Harry's pretty solid with 2 strikes.
That he is, and we'll see here on the breaking pitch. Takes it to left field. Is it going to stay fair? It does not. Wouldn't have had enough to be gone, but Harry knew it was foul all the way. He only would have got like a single out of that if that stood fair, because he was sitting in the batter's box.
He wouldn't have been sitting if he thought it was going to be a fair ball.
Absolutely not. He knows when it goes off the bat. Plays for enough teams.
But it still would have been a tough double because the left fielder was over there in pretty good shape.
1-2 count. Harry a little bit early on that last pitch and dealing outside. Bar League softball still going on next to us. I doubt their game is as exciting as this one. 2-2 for all the fans left. They're in for a good one and left it low. Great eye from Harry, taking a 1-2 count to being full.
We're in the bottom of the ninth, the tie ball game, 4-4. Sheboygan was down by 3 runs and scored 3 in the bottom of the 7th to tie it up.
And now all that matters is this pitch right here on the full count. Harry takes a crack at it. Probably would have been ball 4 up in right field and just is there to make the catch. Harry Stelt missed it. And there's nothing you can do now but move on. Brady Zach Risen, 372 hitter coming into this game.
Yeah, it's up a little bit from there, Jordan.
Oh,
He's 2 for 3.
That's 666 tonight. And he is the Northwoods cleanup hitter. You put him here for a reason.
Brady has made some nice plays out in right field. Also was involved in ending the last half inning when he made a nice running catch and then threw back to second and doubled off the runner that was on the base. I should say wasn't on the base.
It was not on the base. That was the problem, as Zach Risen gives this one a ride sky high. Going to be actually still in the infield and making a last-second move on it is Bubba Thompson.
You know, it's something I talked about maybe an inning or so ago about Sheboygan hitting the ball but hitting it up in the air for easy outs, basically.
Tim Moyer, hands on his hips over at first base, coaching down there here in the 9th inning. Now it's time for Jacob Neese. Would love to see the Neese from the play ball tournament as that misses outside.
Jacob did have a hit in the 7th, drove in a run, drove in the 3rd run actually that tied up the ball game.
Sheboygan played Appleton in the play ball tournament. It was a non-league game. They lost 3-2, gives this one a ride to right field, and it's going to drop. And it drops fair. Neese with the, oh, it did drop foul, pardon me. I saw him rounding second, wasn't quite sure as he makes his way back.
It was close, that's for sure. You know, sometimes we look out there and see where the outfield is, and sometimes it's hard to track the ball, but we're definitely looking with our hearts.
Yeah.
We want it to be fair and have a double.
Would have been a big-time double, would instead the count 1-1, takes a crack at an outside pitch and knocks it back off the netting. He's down to their final strike here in the 9th. Tie ball game would send us to extras.
Joey Pettit, we're almost positive will go out to pitch the 10th if we get that far.
Absolutely. Hopefully, though, for the A's, Jacob Neese can end it here or at least start something that brings up Jonathan Kim. Neese sends it back to left field, carrying, and it's going to drop off the wall. Now a stand-up double for Jacob Neese. Didn't get the one earlier on, just barely missed this one, but a big-time double keeps the A's in it.
Jacob with his 4th double of the season. Comes at a good time. Hopefully Jonathan Kim can drive him in and Sheboygan can go home a winner. Another 5-4 win. Wouldn't that be special?
That would be something to say the least, but it all really depends on Jonathan Kim and his biggest Sheboygan A's at-bat coming here tonight. The A's went extras with Lombard. They went extras with Kenosha. So they've been in extra innings lately as we're going to have a little bit of a mound visit with Brennan Chenworth. They'll talk things over as it would.
Kim is due, too. He walked, and then he flew out to center, struck out, and grounded out on a nice play by Georger, and flipped it to Chenoweth for the final out in the 7th. So see Jonathan get a base hit.
Depends where the hit is, but likely you send the runner from second no matter what. I know, they flip-flopped.
So we got Jacob Neese on at second talking to his dad, Kenny Nazy.
Yeah. There you go. Wait a minute.
It's pretty late at night. I don't think our fans are going to catch on.
They're just like, shut up, give me baseball.
Come on, Jonathan.
Kim, 6th game with the Sheboygan A's. Had a killer first appearance, a rough second outing, but a ball misses inside. Boy, if we would have been able to get Neese over to third, that would have made things a lot easier.
Levine with a nice stop. He's done a good job behind home plate tonight.
Earlier today, Mike Martin was begging for some 2-out hits from the A's. They got 4 of them in the 7th inning.
Just one more, please.
They get their first here in the 9th, and now they just need one more. Kim will step out. He's ahead 1-0 in the count. Jacoby Andreas will be up next. Also another good power hitter. If Kim is able to reach and that run doesn't score, can it get through the infield off a bad hop? It's going to stay, and Kim gets on base. Runners on the corners for Andreas.
Base hit for Kim. A good job by the shortstop, Thompson, to keep it on the infield. That goes through to the outfield.
Ball game.
Neese is going to score. You're right.
So now it brings up Jacoby Andreas. Kenosha intentionally walked Andreas to load the bases in the doubleheader on Sunday. A very smart move that ultimately didn't pay off. But now here, Brennan Chenworth to Jacoby Andreas.
Both teams now sitting with 9 base hits. Sheboygan would love to get their 10th one right here.
Swing and a miss. He was swinging at first pitch no matter what, as that was low and outside.
Yeah, not a good choice there.
Exactly, though. Both teams 4 runs, both teams 9 hits. That 10th and deciding hit is eluding them right now. Down 0-1 is the DH Andreas. Came in for Jurgensen, got a pitch to hit, and it's going to drop. Another walk-off win for Sheboygan.
Alrighty.
Another 5-4 walk-off. Andreas came in for Jorgensen just a few innings ago, and he gets the walk-off single, and the A's go to 4-1 in the NEW League, putting the 3-time in a row Appleton Legends. They've won it 3 years in a row. They're now at 1-2 as the A's redeem their 3-2 loss to this team earlier in the year, winning 5-4 here tonight. No extra innings needed tonight, Mike Martin.
Line score for tonight's game, 5 runs, 10 hits, and no errors for Sheboygan. 4, 9, and 0 for Appleton. The winning pitcher is Joey Pettit. Losing pitcher is Chenworth. Beautiful ball game, beautiful win for Sheboygan, walk-off fashion. Our next game will be tomorrow night when Sheboygan hosts the Kewaskum A's in a 7:30 NEW game. Until then, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.